Hello and welcome to the next episode of Rock and Roleplay. We're a group of university students that play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your dungeon master, Jacob, and these are our players, Emily, Griffin, Becky, and Anthony. And thank you for joining us on our next episode. Before we get started, we're going to get into a quick recap. So, to go over what happened last time, you guys were all getting information from this criminal organization called the Swarm. One of your members, Killistar, went in head first by himself and came out...
Worked out great.
Came out poor and shoeless. After a bit of recuperation, you all returned as a party where you discovered that Cora, your party member, had some dealing with this organization before, and she was able to gain you all access to this behind-the-scenes underground area. After conversing with a high-ranked official in the Swarm, you were able to trade information. You traded the knowledge of the ancient library that Morthos holds as a deity for information on an organization called Dread.
It sounds scummy when you say it like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holds as a deity.
And after this, you all figured out that if you wanted to get more information, that there was going to be a Masquerade ball hosted at the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace being a government-owned building that is sometimes rented out for large events and parties and such. After investigating further, you all went to this area, this plot of land, and managed to gain access to the property by ways of the gatekeeper. You charmed him with a magical spell and were able to gain access and get a tour of the entire area. And where we left off, you guys had supposedly convinced the gatekeeper, or the groundskeeper, to not reveal your plan or your presence. And as you all leave this plot of land back to the glass bowl, you now find yourself in the area with Jalar wiping off the counter to the bar in the glass bowl, and you guys sharing a drink together. And what would you like to do?
I suppose we should get on our way, perhaps, to... I'm sorry, I forgot what time of the day is it. It's nighttime, correct?
At this point, you guys had just gotten back, and it is very late into the night. It's getting into the AMs.
No problem.
It's sleep the time.
Well, I think it's in our best interest to go to sleep, and if we have nothing else to discuss, and prepare for, it's what, 3 days' time until the ball? So we've got a couple days to prepare.
We still have a day to pick up our key, too, correct?
Indeed. We do have the key to get. I suggest we go buy our clothes for the ball tomorrow.
Silver
and black, yes.
Right now?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
The word tomorrow is employed.
My bad.
And
should we so decide, I can disguise us to look like someone else, if you have anybody in mind, or just someone who doesn't look like you.
how many days do we have until this ball?
3.
What are the chances that we could comb high society and perhaps find some notable people who would most certainly be invited to the ball to disguise ourselves as?
Yes, but what do we
That right
do
there
when
is-
2 people show up
We get there first.
fashionably early?
Indeed.
But,
Or perhaps find other means to make sure that they don't want to come to the party.
just so has it that mingling with high society just happens to be my specialty.
Somehow I don't believe you.
Hasn't been your history.
You haven't seen me with any high society.
Well, you did so well with low society. But for now, I will take my leave of you all.
They're completely different.
It's almost like the low society is the only one you've done so far. So why would we assume that you can do high society?
I was just trying to reassure you guys that I can help.
No one believes you.
I believe you, Calistar.
It's almost like I
believe in
existed
you.
before that trip with the guy.
I wonder how many
make
times
sure-
a group of people can say, I suppose, or it's almost as if.
I would make
I
sure
suppose a few.
you wash your shoes this time.
Why would I wash them? They're not dirty.
Watch your shoes, not wash.
Got it.
I'm
As
going to bed.
hearing this
Bye.
nonsense, Morthos goes to bed.
Yeah, alright.
It's late. A
We
few
all
drinks have
turned
been
it,
had.
No kidding.
You know, a bit out of it.
I would
to
fucking
say
hope
the
so.
least. So you guys
You guys are assholes.
Yeah,
need help with the goddamn party.
Yeah.
I gotta believe
Some
you
people
can
are
take it.
cranky, some people are, get a little dumb. Yeah. You guys go back to sleep.
I'm not cranky. This is who I am.
Hopefully to
not a fake
recuperate.
Kelso's just walking
Just
the
a
fucking
demon-looking
horizon
asshole.
by.
Sounds
New
about
characters
right.
coming in. It's done with you schmucks.
And you guys all managed to find a restful night's sleep in the glass bowl, where you guys have spent roughly a little bit more than a week at this point. And you have a tab racking up that Jalar assumes you will pay as you leave.
No, it's good.
No, fuck Jalar.
So, a restful night's sleep pass, and you guys wake up in the morning feeling reinvigorated and restored. Any points of exhaustion tonight at this point has gone away, and you guys are all now reconvening back into the center area of the glass bowl.
Well,
Say we head out and find ourselves some decent clothes. Maybe a mask.
indeed. And
shopping.
remind me, Cora, was the
Shopping
keys to be
episode?
ready today or tomorrow?
I don't remember how much time.
Jalar, you
passed.
see him running around chasing a bird somewhere in the... A bird has gotten into the shop, and now he's chasing it around.
Jalar, might you require assistance?
I've got it! 1 second!
How big is this bird?
He's got like a broom and he's like, yeah, get out of here.
He's
I
grabbing it like
Flies up.
this. It's a
No,
hawk.
He's kind of... Whatever.
I send Montag over as a swallow to attempt to take him out of the air, dogfight style. Like really.
I thought you were gonna attempt to
with the help
communicate
of-
with Montag this time.
Actually, Montag can speak now. I have a new invocation, so I can speak. To
Yeah,
Montag.
no, you speak to him. It's not like he speaks bird.
Well,
It's not like you being inside his head means he
You
understands
just go
what
up
the
there
goddamn
as a
Montag is
and
gonna
be
try
like,
and kill
hey,
this bird.
bird.
He's gonna try and kill the shit out of
Make
this
Yo,
bird.
what's up,
Attack
Shotty?
Yeah, what's up, Shouty?
Send help.
Oh, natural 20. Hold on.
Alright, so as your little messenger flies towards the bird.
It's psychic damage, by the way. It's 1d10 plus 3 psychic damage. This is only attack.
Okay, roll your damage.
Yeah, there you
You're
go.
going to attack this bird.
No, I'm rolling to kill a bird.
I think you're succeeding.
Oh, that's a 10.
10. So, as it flies with the speed of a swallow, it converges into a spear-like point made of paper and just absolutely skewers the bird onto the side of the wall.
At which point I just
So is that dinner now?
I'm going back. I'm going back to bed.
I bow to Jalar and take my bloody bird back.
It's just like,
Thank you.
But of course.
And he goes and starts cleaning up the mess.
the wall.
Yes.
I turn Montag back into a little human and just put him on my shoulder.
So shopping?
A little human?
First at least
Yeah,
this
I
thing
leave
starting
Montag
off
in a mini human form. He's like
Oh,
a
I
tiny
didn't know
person.
that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
strong.
I'm a genius. Okay. Shall we find a clother? Clothier?
clother?
Okay, clothier is a word.
Clothier
but-
is worse.
well, but one of them's a word.
No.
Fight me. I will not pull out my
Square
friends
up.
on
I
this.
can attack you twice
Let's
now.
just go
Let's
to
go to the
the
clothing store.
Yeah, thank you.
We could find one of them their tailors maybe.
If only there were a noun.
Clother. Clothier.
I asked Jalar, do you know of any fine, perhaps... What would be a word for
Clothier.
Tailor!
Tailor.
Do you know of any fine tailors in the area?
He
I don't
says,
want a tailor. I want to go in like
Wouldn't we go like a
Target.
seamstress or something?
actually, yes, if you go
Like
and
girls
then give you
have
directions.
tailors.
The shop is called Taylor's Tailor.
Oh.
Fuck you.
That's
Are you related?
No, I don't know the man personally. However,
Taylor. A man's name.
he gives you a confused look.
What the fuck? That is a woman's name. Thank you. We'll be off to see Taylor then.
All of our fans named Taylor who are male
Taylor
have
is
just
not a
dropped the
woman's name
stream.
necessarily.
Wait,
How
no,
dare
can
you.
women get
All
close
none
to
of them.
tailor?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Seamstresses are just women who...
Yeah, I know.
So,
I just
yeah.
when I picture a tailor, I picture like the men.
How
like,
are they
spelled?
spelled? Is it Tayler, LOR?
I don't know the spelling.
Taylor.
I'm asking Jake.
Oh. Taylor.
Oh boy.
Can't we just buy like some pre-made robes? Gotta shell out for like a tailor.
Well, we just go to a place that sells clothing, right? They don't
Tailors,
have
like-
superstores.
Tailors
in medieval
also
times.
sell clothing.
They don't. Okay.
Tailors don't just only make shit. They've already got other shit.
Excuse
Shall we
me,
depart?
Inexperienced with Taylor shit.
Gentlemen and ladies, shall we
Yes.
depart?
So, you make your way through the city
Through
of
the city,
Trollfair,
yeah.
following the direction of Jalar. You manage to come upon a shop with the sign Taylor's Tailor
Where?
I walked
in
inside.
front of you.
I walked
You
inside.
good?
It was a literacy joke.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know where the sign is.
I don't know.
But
that
she doesn't know
sign
that
says
says
Hey,
that.
there's that
Okay.
store that we were
Hey,
talking about.
luckily
Cool,
for you, there's
I
a
walk
picture of
inside.
O's.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I was just.
So,
following
you
it.
walk
I
inside,
can't do directions.
and inside you see a...
Taylor?
Yeah, you see a man.
What's his name?
A very well-dressed, elegant-looking man with balding on top, black and gray hair on the side. He's currently very tan skin. He's just sort of, at this point, reading through a small book in his hand. As you come into the shop, a little bell rings. Oh, hello! How are you doing?
Is there other types of, like, clothing around, or is it just, like, cloth that you would use?
And the
Um,
dude.
there are, like, sample pieces of clothing, and there are different pieces that you're able to purchase by themselves, but most of it is just cloth
That
stacked
you would
up.
make, okay. Come to the realization that we probably should have found what other people's costumes were like.
Couldn't we just...
Certainly, just perhaps we could wear silver and black of our own
I was gonna
specialty
say,
attire
I mean-
and find masks.
You seem to be a tailor of fine regard.
Yeah,
the
it's-
city. Has anybody else come to you about the Masquerade ball that's upcoming?
Oh, I've gotten plenty of orders. You are the last one, I'd hope. It's 3 days away, I've heard.
Yes, we were given an
Or two at this
invitation
point.
quite suddenly, and I was wondering if it would be possible to make some outfits for the upcoming event.
Outfits plural.
Four.
At which point I gesture back to the other three
Oh.
people here.
Or perhaps you have anything in the silver and black
Wow.
variety pre-made.
I do have some of that. If you would like to follow me, and he leads you back into
See
a
what he's got.
confined area of the shop, and he starts rummaging through a bunch of different hangers, and he starts showing you these very elegant and well-made tailored suits and dresses of different sorts. There's there's silver, there's black, there's white.
Michael?
White and gold.
My good man, I have very particular tastes. Perhaps you have robes, much like the ones I'm wearing in black, with silver accents. The hand motions are
He
for
eyes
If
you up and
Morthos
down.
becomes a gay man.
Morthos has always been.
I was
again.
gonna say because.
I think I might have just the thing for you. And he goes and rummages into a back
Hex,
closet
yeah.
and comes out, and he holds up. He holds up a nice a black and silver trimmed tunic that flows down, has like a sort of a trench coat style back to it that flaps behind,
You want to tell the
and
class?
he like holds it up to you.
Hex, yeah. I'm a warlock. We hex people. Anyway.
I think this would look good on you. Form fitting, yes.
Yes, yes. And what would be the price point for such a delicate piece of cloth?
Well, let me check my leisure. And he goes back and opens up another
Not
book.
my ledger, but rather my place where I relax.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, at your
ledger,
leisure.
rather. He flips through. Says, for this piece, I could sell it for 3 gold.
Certainly a reasonable price. It's a deal.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic, perhaps you have masks for the 4 of
You
us?
guys continue to learn that
Or-
gold is so much more valuable than you think it is.
Yeah. I don't sell masks personally. I could try and make one, but it's not my specialty.
Who
If
does?
you're looking for masks, I would say go down the street, and he gives you more directions to a mask shop.
One of these days, you're just gonna map out the entire thing in our heads.
Yeah.
My good sir, don't suppose you have anything,
I bought that.
a sort of similarly colored outfit, a rather upscale tunic, maybe some nice trousers, something with.
And while you're speaking, he just has a measuring tape out, and he's like starts taking your
that's fine.
dimensions.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm just like letting him,
Yeah.
and
That was...
Stupid, that's
I
the
like
worst.
these robes.
Um,
Stick with them permanently. They're rather fitting.
oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
I accent the red.
Thank you. I would hope so.
I basically described the outfit that I'm
As I
wearing.
start moving all of
but
my
in,
things
like,
from
some
the
slight
from the old
modifications,
robes to the new
maybe
robes,
some,
I'm just like
bigger
stuffing my
shoulder
pockets.
pads.
Let me see what I
And,
have in
silver
stock. And he
black.
goes in the back. And so, well, I have something similar. It would need some modifications to meet your specifications. I could make it done by the due date. There would be a little bit extra. It would be 4 gold as opposed to 3, if that's okay. I don't know if that's outside your budget.
Don't you have like?
Really want. I love it. I think I've already seen it. You do great work here.
Well, thank you.
I think. Would you be willing to maybe go with a solid 3.5?
Make a persuasion check.
I will.
You penny pinching little shit.
Fuck it. Oh, don't worry.
How much gold does he have?
Non-natural 20. 11. Jeez. Plus 11.
Holy shit!
Well, it is an express order, but I guess I could do it. And since you guys are having such a big order, I can, sort of bulk it together.
You are a hero amongst the people.
Why, thank you. And you will look dashing, I promise. And he goes and starts writing something down, writing your measurements out and your specifications. And for you two,
I give.
Well, as you may have noticed, we're rather short of stature. Do you have anything that will actually fit?
yes, I accommodate all races and heights and shapes. And so he goes in the back and starts.
Shapes. Ooh.
The other day I had a flesh golem in here.
I mean, like,
2-headed giant monstrosity.
I'm not just quite a pixie.
And he needed the most dashing doublet.
The chains were good.
Get it? Doublet?
And he goes in the back and pulls up a large assortment of different sizes of dresses and basically lays them out in front of you. And you have a pick of basically a lot of choices if you'd like any specifications.
Eeny, meeny, miny, that one.
Okay, so you land on a sort of black and white trim frill at the bottom. It comes down to like a bell and covers. It's a very nice looking dress. And for this one, a similar 3 gold.
Okay.
And for you?
Can I possibly get a gown in silver?
Sure. Let me see what I have. And then he goes into the back and reaches out a sort of silky flowing dress that goes down, no frill, but just very plain and elegant, and hands it to you. And that would also be 3 gold. So I believe that's 3, 6, 9, 12 and a half.
I already paid for mine. I'm already souped up.
I say we just kind of all handed it to him.
Well, yes.
I gave my name as Samuel Hussein.
Samuel
Hussein.
Samuel Hussein. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you all, and you can come back, let's say, tomorrow morning, and I should have it done.
My pleasure.
It was a pleasure doing business with you all. Please, thank you. Come again.
Of course.
Please, thank you. As we
I throw him a wink as we walk out.
shall we acquire our masks then? Only one thing
like
left.
a good idea.
Let's go to where he's at.
All right, and
The smelly smell of pizza.
yeah. You make your way down the street and find a mask shop. It has all sorts of different masks, basically anything that you could wish to find. If there's anything you want specifically.
I mean, we weren't given anything on the theme other than silver and black. Like the mask didn't have any specifics.
From what you heard, it was just silver and black.
What kind of masks am I looking at here?
There's all sorts. There's animal masks. There's There's like plague doctor. There's sort of
Plague
like,
doctor.
would be cool. Oh yeah, that'd be
like
great.
theatrical masks. There's ones that just cover the eyes with lots of feathers and frills off the edge.
That's what I want.
There's basically anything. There's just plain face masks.
I'm gonna ask her the quintessential masquerade, like cover the nose with the point and like the flare up on the eyes thing, but like in silver and black, just like keep as much of my features unobscured as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
I will
You're
do
able to find
a fully covering. I don't really give a shit about all this tact. I'm gonna go for a full black plague doctor mask.
Gotcha.
I want a black mask like him, but it has like feathers.
Okay.
Yeah, feathers.
So yeah, you managed to find all what you're looking for.
What are you wearing?
Vistas will
Just
be.
her face.
Just a mask over her face.
I want to get a cast done.
It's like fucking.
It's a black mask that comes
Walter
from the
White.
side, and then on either side comes to a point, almost like a wave.
Okay.
Did you see
Oh, that's
that?
pretty.
Yeah, you're able to find one of those.
No,
The
No,
last
those are
one
cool.
was
Yeah,
nice.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
just like.
Yeah. So, each.
We should have gone in uniform, guys. We'll pick the mask.
Yeah, the masks are 1 gold each.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'm down.
Man, I love this.
Man, I'm so broke.
Anyway,
Do we need
So,
shoes?
Not wet.
I would say you have shoes that would
Can
you know,
be covered.
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
I gotta find
Just
some.
where's my like muddy boots underneath my nice like silver gown? I'm prepared. I'm down.
Was there
Never one for the
anything?
high heel type.
I'm not honestly.
Right. Is there anything else you would like to do at this point in time?
Yeah, I asked the person working behind the desk if I was wandering around the city and looking for the higher end areas, where would I go?
It is an elven woman with long blonde hair pulled into a ponytail. I'm sorry, if you're looking for what?
The higher those who
The affluent
well,
areas.
The suburbs.
The burbs.
The burbs.
Well, those are generally located closer to the north and center of the city.
Okay.
We're rather close. It's a few minutes walk that way.
I just apologize. I'm rather new, still getting my bearings for the city.
Well, it was nice to meet you.
It was a pleasure.
Well-
Shake her hand.
I believe Cora and I were going to go check on the status of our key. If you would like to travel to the north end, I'd be happy to meet you there. Cora,
Sounds good.
shall we?
Of course.
So we want to go and check on the status of the key because neither one of us can remember whether or not it's going to be done today.
Okay.
So we're going to go back to the keysmith.
All right.
I'm gonna join
The other one.
Gilstone.
Right. So you go back to the keysmith Diana, where as you walk in the shop, you see the familiar sort of dimly lit area filled with just the consistent ticking of different devices off pattern. It's just sort of this ever-present sort of clacking noise that's just in the background. And you look as she's just in the middle of tinkering with something, and she looks up, adjusts her glasses. Hello. Can I help you?
Diana, it's a pleasure. Do you remember myself and my associate Cora?
She pushes up her glasses again. Come closer.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
It's
you.
like a veggie
I
tale.
do remember you.
I would hope you did.
I don't talk much.
Well, we were wondering, unfortunately our memories haven't served us. Was our key to be ready today or on the morrow?
Hold on, let me check my book. And she flips through some pages. Oh, yes, I have your order ready now.
Ah, brilliant. May we see?
Sure. Let me, and she goes in the back.
Did we already pay for this key?
Yeah, we paid on order.
And she comes back, and resting on a velvet pillow is a brass key. The main, like, long connecting part is rather plain and it has some engraving on it. And you see at the end, it kind of sort of frills into this almost flower-like end where you hold it. And inside, the border of it is solid. However, inside it does rotate. Just connected by the rest of it. It is just sort of this
It's
moving
still. Does it
rings.
still have the symbol that we were looking for? Can you
Yes,
make it a
and in the center is actually the symbol.
Oh, that's so.
Or
So the
surrounded
symbol,
by a
like,
sort of
oh.
flower.
I take the key off of the pillow and I inspect it. You do very fine work, Diana, I must say.
I know.
Well, I bet you've been
Yeah,
told
it's
many
only-
times. Thank you so much for your service. We hope to be dealing with you again, perhaps.
Have a good day.
I just kind of pocket the key.
And as you walk in the door, come again. I'm just not looking up from the writing. Yes.
Question. What do I? It's an awkward question. What do I know about the rich people in this city? I mean, is there any sort of indication to what kind of? How do I describe it?
Lifestyle.
Yeah. Like what kind of lifestyle? The
He's
average
looking to
rich
get his
person-
stock on.
Yeah, exactly.
In Pearl Fair, being the like magic hub of this area, and you would know that most rich people are sort of very commonly have lots of small magical items that just sort of help them in their day-to-day life. Like most of their lights are Everlight lanterns that just sort of consistently emit this blue light.
Must be hard to see.
They have most of like
What is
you would know like
electric?
there's cooling devices that are use like different types of alchemy that is basically like a refrigerator for this. They just sort of have more magical devices on them, and other than that, there's nothing really specific.
Okay.
Just general noble attire.
I started heading to the upper end district.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I get there, do I notice that like do people have guards posted outside their houses? Is it the kind of place that's
Typically
it's
not. There-
super okay.
Yeah. There are guards that there are more guards patrolling this area than like per se the slums. But they aren't like patrolling specific houses. They're just sort of watching the streets.
In keeping with my million questions. I noticed that the guards recognized DeLorme, the groundskeeper, and they seem to recognize him by face. Do I know anything about how they do that? Have I been given any indication, or am I just utterly confused?
Like, what do you mean how they do that?
They seem to recognize
With their
them by
eyes.
face. As in do they recognize them by face? Is there something other that they're
Like, are you asking how like the?
because they had the
Yeah.
mechanical guards in the Crystal
Yeah, well,
Palace.
they are actual people. Just like they
Oh.
have sentience. They are not. They're not
okay.
robots. They are like.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. There's
sentient
souls that are like bonded. In.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right.
like a Warforged type.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Are there people on the streets, or is it just the guards?
No, there are people on the streets and they're going about their daily life. Are there affluent people sort of just patrolling or strolling rather?
Patrolling their lives.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to figure out how we can. My ultimate goal here is to see if we can't get into someone's house and like, find an invitation to this thing. Because I don't know if this is the kind of place that needs an invitation to get into. I guess we'd ask someone. I don't know. I feel kind of lowbrow.
No, because if you ask, then it's obvious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Do you have any spells for this shit?
I've got a good many few.
Would you like to make your way to
charm
meet our
someone into
compatriots?
letting me into their house? I could make
Well, I
some
was
sort of
assuming we were
distraction. I could paralyze them. I could
Now
show
we're going
them.
swimming right now.
Yeah.
Martha's? Yeah, we're going swimming.
Okay.
Uh,
Can we find a fountain big enough for me to splash around in like a child?
Please.
I have spells that
This-
would.
So you begin climbing in the fountain. One of the guards says, "Halt! Do that."
You
What
can't
are you
make
doing?
me!
Giant
This
demon
week on
man.
the game gets arrested.
This isn't 5 points.
Please refrain
Contact.
from using the fountain as a bathroom.
I merely meant to frolic.
Please
Shall we
don't.
make our way to the north side where these heathens will not bother us further?
Are you now soaked to the skin?
Wait, did he actually
They stopped
get
me
He
before
got
I
like
got
a
in the
foot in
fountain, yeah.
before.
So I
you
do
got
have,
like
I
a
have
wet
trench
sock.
foot, yeah. I got one trench foot.
Yeah. So
Well,
one person can
to-
just go get,
To continue what
like,
I
just
was
pass it over.
saying to Vistra, I have charm spells, I have illusion spells that could distract someone, I've got spells that could paralyze, that could terrify, that could do damage.
Those last 3 aren't helpful.
They are not, but I think
Terrify is quite helpful.
terrify is helpful, and as
Not
is
the right idea.
Get that barbecue bacon though.
as
This
is
is the
the
Hawaiian. You disgust me.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Are we?
Yeah, we'll
really?
take a quick break. We'll be right back. Chris. Sorry about that.
Duty call.
It was important.
You guys, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yes.
Wow, we just got caught in the fountain.
Yeah.
Okay, I jumped in the fountain too, but it covered like half my body, so I'm just like walking along like half my body drowns, cause right? I'm a short person,
Yeah.
so it's a lot more body.
As we make our way, rather wetter than
Yeah.
we began, to the north end where we thought they would be.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the northern end of the city. Vistra, Vistra, what are you doing?
I'm with Philister.
Okay.
Just kinda like wandering.
I have no idea who's even on the invitation list as well. I want to say I can assume that it's going to be the most rich people.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to find not the best looking house, but like the better looking houses in here. I want to find the one that has the least amount of guard activity.
Okay, that's easy enough. Make a perception check.
25.
Okay, so you manage to look around and find an area where the guard patrol sort of just doesn't go by there that often.
And I turn to Vistra. Alright, our options are I can charm whoever answers the door and have them let us in, and it'll probably be a servant. It won't likely be the person who runs the house, or owns the house, I should say. I could make a distraction after knocking on the door and hope to find an opening and get inside. Problem is if I charm whoever I do charm, they will find out after an hour. They will come to their senses. So we need to figure out how we'll deal with that after that comes.
Because charming the person is the most efficient way, because you're more likely to find. So do you know where they keep the invitation? As opposed to just running in and scrambling
That
around
being
someone's
said-
home. But they'll remember.
They'll remember, but if I disguise us, they'll remember us as two different people under two different names.
Oh, you was bald, but you can disguise multiple people.
I have a kid.
So he can disguise us
Damn.
one way.
Yeah, but it's not an illusion that people can see through. It just
Oh,
what we look
damn.
like. Well, if that's the case, then I pull us off into an alley,
Okay.
just kind of like without where there will be a lot of people watching.
Using your disguising kit. You're going
just like, is there a place where we can?
Yeah, you
Okay.
manage
And
to find
then
them.
using a disguise kit, I'll just alter Vistra's features
Okay.
just enough so that she doesn't look like if that was there, it would be a completely different person.
Okay.
And then I'll do the same for me. I won't go with my usual disguise.
Are you proficient
Yeah.
with it? Okay. Then go ahead and give me. What is this?
It's either Dex or
Perform?
Charisma. It's
Okay.
your decision.
Do charisma. And this is for
25.
Okay.
Or Vistra.
Or Vistra, yeah.
25.
Okay. And then for you.
I'm trying to decide if I want to just use my go-to. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you managed to rather deftly cover up and obscure any noticeable and identifying features of your two's appearance.
Alright, at which point I turn to Vistra and I say, do you have any readily available aliases that you prefer to use?
It's never come up before.
Okay, then I will refer to you as... Fuck, I don't know.
Verna.
Vistro. Just kidding. Actually, I like Verna.
What is it?
Verna.
Verna?
That's what difference. I like that. So I'll refer to you as Verna, and you will simply refer to me as. So many names. I'll just keep going with Samuel. Samuel the same. So the plan is. Actually, no, I won't use Samuel because that's what I'm spread around. I'll use Derek. We'll go in, knock on the door. Whoever answers, I charm them. They let us in. Depending on how many people are walking around inside, we might have to worry about them getting suspicious of why we're inside. Which, if need be, I can make a distraction.
If the servant is charmed, can't we just take it with us?
I mean, we can, but
Servants are people too.
I was gonna say, I was like,
No, they're not.
yes. Oh, cool. Charm person's on concentration. We can, yes, but if there are other people in there, they might be wondering why this servant has let random strangers into his house.
Wouldn't it decrease suspicion for us to be with a servant?
Well, yes, That's not the point of argument here. We're staying with the servants. It's not a matter of being with them or not. I'll handle it. Let me do the talking. I walk up to that same house that we've been talking about, and
Okay.
I don't know why I had to use the table. And then I'm gonna prepare a charm person for whoever opens the door.
Okay.
I
So
wanna
yeah,
see
you
it first.
prepare your incantation and make a sleight of hand check.
This should have showed.
16.
Okay. So, after a few moments, you wait, and you hear muffled footsteps through the door. As the door swings open, you see before you a dwarven woman, sort of just standing there, looking up at you. Hello.
Charmers.
Okay. And so, as the door opens and she says hello, you cast your incantation, and you watch as. What's the DC?
16.
The spell does take effect. You see the eyes sort of glaze over. What can I do for you?
Hello, your name?
Oh, my name is Sorva.
Sorva? Sorva, it's a pleasure to see you again. It's me, Derek, your old friend.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah,
It's a pleasure.
Nice to see you again.
It's been so long. Can you remind me whose house this is?
It's my house.
Right. It's such a
Are
pleasure
you
to see you
feeling
again.
alright?
Yeah, it's been so long. My memories are getting jumbled. It's such a pleasure. I was wondering if you'd be willing to show us around. This is my friend Vanna.
It's nice to meet you.
Hi.
And she shakes your hand. Well, sure. Come in. Come in.
I go inside. What do we?
Yeah.
what do we
Okay.
have?
So yeah, as she leads you inside, you see a rather well-built house, large. You're standing on gray marble tiled floor, and you see a rather luxurious living space where there's a fireplace that's currently lit, some furniture, and appears to be more or less unused. And other than that, there's not much to this place. There's no other people, it appears to be.
So, Verna, tell me, or it's not Verna, Sorva, right?
Yes.
So, Sorva, tell me, are you attending the Masquerade Ball? That's happening in 3 days' time. Don't tell me now.
I am, actually.
Oh, how about that?
Are you going as well?
Yes, the both of us actually are planning to go together. I was wondering, could I see your invitation?
Well, sure. Did you get one as well?
I did. I left it at our abode, unfortunately. I was curious to know if they had any sort of personalization to them. I'd heard that they had sort of made them uniquely for each person.
Really? I don't think mine did. And she goes and reaches into a trunk and pulls out a piece of paper, and you see before you a very pristine parchment folded in half once. You can see the crease, and there is a blue and gold stamp, or seal rather, that is just sort of at the top left.
Okay. I'd like to hold on to that, and I kind of have it. I
She
look at
just
it.
shows it to you.
Oh, okay. She doesn't hand it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it. Sure. Now
Solve that problem.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, she's still charmed. Yeah, we've got like another 55 minutes on this. I hold it up to Verna, and I say, oh, look at that. Ours was slightly different. I guess they might not have known enough about you to personalize it, but it's rather unique. And as I'm saying this and like directing her attention away, I slowly like put it in my offhand, put it in my bag, and pull out like just a piece of parchment, and I'm gonna cast
Major image.
yeah. Fuck it. I'll burn that. Charm person's non-concentration.
Okay. She's looking right at you, so I'd say make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
But she's charmed. I'm distracting her.
With yourself.
I'm sure.
She's
What about where do you come
11?
from?
Okay. She doesn't appear to notice.
All right, and as I do that, I cast Major Image on the random piece of parchment that I'm pulling out.
Okay.
And since Major Image is the whole shebang,
Yeah.
it moves and everything, I hand it back to her and tell her, "Thank you so much.
No
It was
problem.
such a pleasure." So, do you know anything about the host of the upcoming party?
I personally don't. As you can tell, they didn't even personalize my invitation.
I know, tragic. I'll have to have a word with them, I tell you.
Do you know them personally?
No, but I've heard a little more about them than I think some of the other folks have. I actually know their names, which is apparently close-lipped information.
Well, if you don't mind telling me, I'd love to know. I love a good secret.
She's so cute.
Is that right?
All right, but you can't tell anybody.
I promise.
If this gets out and gets back to me, they might have my head. Should I tell them the real names?
No.
Okay, I was just thinking.
Yeah, that'll help.
I'm so sorry. I something confused.
You good?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna need to take a break.
Do you know?
Their names are Core Thorngage and Morthos Erudite, actually.
Wow, I never would have guessed.
I know, that's what
Dig it!
They were
I can't say
such
it rings a bell. Maybe.
unique names. That's what I thought.
Asshole.
I don't know anything about them, though, personally. I know the names.
Well, I'll keep it a secret. I promise.
No one else can know.
No one else.
All right. I was wondering, I know Verna was asking about it. Could we see your outfit for the evening?
Oh, sure. I have it all picked out. And she goes.
She's so cute! Yeah!
Can't wait to rob her.
She goes into her
Tie her up in
bedroom
the
and
closet.
opens up.
Oh, by the way, as this is all going on, I'm memorizing every feature on her face.
Okay. Yeah. And she has a rather extensive wardrobe. She rifles through some different dresses for different occasions, and then picks out a white and black dress that's black at the top, white at the bottom, with a silver sash around the center. And she holds it up. Do you like it?
Oh, it's lovely, Verna.
It's absolutely delightful.
I thought so too.
Well, I'm so glad that you
Now
can
we
show
know
it to
everyone's
us.
going to the party.
I
Yes.
love her.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
The
as
dwarven
this is
woman?
going
Yeah.
on, as she turns around, I look at Vistra. Then I kind of look at Vistra.
So,
You have message.
All right, fine. I use message. Okay.
I mean, that's that. You do you.
But anyway, I just have that happen.
Okay.
so are you from here? Non perfect.
As that's going on,
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
What are you trying to do?
stealing the dress.
We have dress.
Why did I buy
yeah,
a dress?
yeah, that's totally right. We just did that. Never mind. I don't
Okay.
do that.
No one else knows what her wardrobe for the party's gonna be.
Yeah,
You have to
that's
keep this
that. I
facade up.
didn't even think about that.
Well,
the
actually,
dress?
I moved here from Strong Rock. Let's see. It's been about 6 years now.
What do I need?
Yeah. What about you? Are you from Pearl Fair as well?
No, I'm
Jeffrey
from out
shit.
of the mountains. It's just a small village.
Okay. Well, it's nice meeting you both.
Oh, it was a pleasure seeing you. I'm
absolutely.
trying. What do we have? What else do we need?
Her to not go.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah, forgot about that. How do we do that?
Ask her if she has a date or
And
something.
she is still here, by the way.
Yeah, no, I
Making sure you-
This is. Can we
Yeah.
say that's out of game?
Yeah, but
This-
from the rest, like strategy, kind of has to
Yeah.
be.
Okay. Well then. Okay.
Are you
fair
going?
enough. Fair enough.
Do you have a husband that you're going with?
Sadly, no,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
not anymore.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's a while ago.
Well,
6 years actually.
6 years, 3 months, 2 days.
11 hours, 14 minutes, 27 seconds.
Since he fell down those stairs.
29.
I mean, well.
Do you have a
shit,
gaggle of women you're going with? Or are you going alone?
We took her invitation, so she can't get in.
But
She'll
it's a
know
guest
that her-
list.
How
Would
do
it
you
not
know
be?
that?
It's a
Because it's got a
nice
seal on
party.
it. Alright, anyway, we can't talk. He's right there.
You guys are.
Yeah, because you use our goddamn names, asshole.
Yeah, that's why we're not there. Don't play with those. They're loud. They're like the squeaking death.
No one knows your name.
Are you going by yourself or are you going with a gaggle of women?
Gaggle of women.
Hey.
I plan on going by myself. I have some friends I'm meeting there, but yeah. What about you? Are you two going together?
Yes.
You make a cute couple.
She's gonna know.
As she dies inside.
My problem is like I could tell her some shit to make her stay away, but then she would know that I was using charm. So I don't know what the fuck can do.
Tie her in a closet with like a little feed bag and a little water dripper.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that guy.
Have we seen any servants around?
There doesn't appear to be any servants. She lives a rather secluded life. No, it doesn't seem to be any people or any servants. She just kind of keeps to herself.
What was your
Anyway, we
Remind
can-
me again of your husband's name.
He's
My-
dead.
My late
Remind
husband,
me.
his name was Grenos.
Goodness. And I'm sorry to hear about that. Woefully prepared.
Do you have a plan or are you just
think that
talking?
far ahead. I was. Oh no! Now I have a plan.
What are you retarded?
No, this is gonna be fucked up. All right. At what point I turn to Verna. I say, "Well, I think we spent enough time here.
Wasted enough of
Shall
our
we?
time.
Shall we head out?
We shall.
All right.
Lovely
It
seeing
was a
you
pleasure
again.
to see you.
But come again whenever you feel like
All
it.
right.
Just knock on my door.
And
We always do.
as we start to head out, I cast minor illusion and just in a at another part of the room that sounds like something falling.
Okay. And so as you walk out the door, you hear just a shh. So she just looks over.
At which point, as we're walking out, I'm going to cast Major Image.
Okay.
And I am
No.
going to take the form
Didn't
of a
you already
mish.
cast Major?
I have two of them.
Oh.
Of a misshapen dwarvish form, like a ghostly dwarvish form. I'm going to drop my charm person.
Okay.
As this happens, as I'm walking out and looking in on the window, I'm telling Mister to keep watch.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell!
What was the name?
Vistra left.
What
by
was the name of
way.
the
She's
husband?
not
The
watching this
husband?
shit show.
Grenos.
Granos? At which point, when she
You're just
turns-
guessing it's a dwarf, you racist.
I guess that's fair. It's just sort of a misshapen humanoid form.
Okay.
And in its best, ghostly, moany voice, it's going to say, Sorva.
Okay. So
As she turns around.
I know, right?
you hear a loud shriek from the dwarvish woman.
There is danger ahead. The ball. Stay away.
Lay it on thick.
Make a performance check.
Oh my god. That's a natural ass 20.
Her face goes pale. She's in a cold sweat, and she's locked up.
As it moves towards her, tell no one. And then fades.
How's he fade? You're still there.
No, I'm not there. I'm
Oh,
outside.
okay.
You hear
No, it's just him dressed up in a ghost
That's
costume.
what I was like.
Pass out.
You're not a ghost, you're a man in a
I'm
blanket.
looking in.
Oh yeah. So as you look into her, she passed out.
Is she breathing?
Yeah, she
Okay,
appears
cool.
to be breathing, but she's unconscious.
Luke,
She's faded from the.
So I'm not gonna loot her. I'm not that bad. All
already
right, cool.
stealing her face.
Well, I've got one invitation down. 3 more people to know. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right,
As
cool.
long as you
Really?
find people, I can take a
Yeah.
date.
No, we're good now. That's all.
I can't take 3 dates.
Realistically, one person gets in, they can get the rest of
Yeah,
us
that's
in through
exactly
that
what I was
shed.
thinking.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
need one infiltrator.
That's
So
exactly what I was thinking. So now we
Probably
have
send in this one then, but
Wow.
Well, it just so happened to be a dwarvish woman. I was hoping that it would be someone that I could go as.
of course
But
you did.
oh no, we've hit the classic trope. The one who's least prepared now has to do it.
Or we could just have her disguised as a dwarf because they're the same size.
No, dwarves are 2 feet taller. Generally, and she can, or
2
disguise
feet?
herself can only
I can do
increase you by 1 feet.
Well, then she's a short dwarf. What do you mean?
I can do it. What do you mean?
I don't
Anyway.
think Vistra can do it.
Vistra can do
I
it.
believe in her.
That charisma, though.
Anyway,
My charisma's great.
we're gonna
My
No, it's
charisma's not
8.
great.
They rhyme. You might be confused.
now that we're going to head out.
Are we anywhere around the area yet? Have
Um,
we caught spy of our friends?
At this point, you guys, it's a rather large city, so
Yeah.
running into them is kind of, sort of lucky.
I send up a player.
You have a general area. You knew that where they were going. However, you don't see them exactly. You're in the sort of more wealthy area of Pearlfair.
How do you propose we find them? Thank you.
gate that we were at last time? We were in this area.
No.
We weren't in this area last time. The gate's at the front
Well,
of the
then
city.
how do we know exactly?
You two
where...
make a perception check.
Yeah, we're just walking around now.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Natural 20.
Okay. Well, Cora, you guys are walking. She's like, oh, there they are. You see them walking out of some random
We're waving
Where?
at them.
Where?
And you just point them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do I need to actually act now?
No, I mean,
Oh, he's right there.
Do you remember the fake
Oh,
name
wait,
that you gave that
It's
one
helpful.
person?
No.
I'm a really
Just
good
made that shit
actress.
up.
Thank you.
there you go.
And I say, oh, Juniper, Gothak, please, it's a pleasure. Fancy meeting you here.
Nice.
Fake names, man.
How are those working out for you?
Fantastically.
Now, what have you done with your time? Since we actually went to get the key, I pull the key out and I show it to them.
I pull out the invitation.
I like the key better, but not bad. So, from whom did you loot this?
From a affluent dwarven woman named Sorva.
And we're not going to get in trouble?
I don't think she'll be showing up to the ball.
He's a dick.
You said you walked away.
I did, because I didn't want to be a part of your stupidness. It was scaring me.
But
Wait, does that mean you actually walked away, or
I went far enough
you
away.
said you walked away?
I went far enough away.
anyways,
He
You
was like-
saw what he was doing.
I was aware.
That doesn't.
I'll get up and leave now.
Well, we have an invitation for one dwarvish woman named Sorva, and I can dress Mister up to look exactly like her.
Not bad at all. Then she could perhaps infiltrate for us and open the door for the rest.
That's what I was thinking, yes.
However, we do have downtime, and I believe it'd be worth our time to go search for the homes of this Virimus and Halen.
Sounds good. Is the invitation, is it just for that person, or does it say +1?
Looking at the invitation, excuse me. It appears that it does allow a +1.
Okay.
So
Well,
2 people in.
That's 2 people, and then I think...
And also, if you're really that afraid of me screwing it up, send in Montag on my shoulder, given that he can now even speak to me.
Why don't you just let me go
Good
with
shit.
her?
I was gonna say I would
Yeah, now
send
we
in
do
you and you or you and I, and then you two get in through the other way.
Probably her. More experience with lockpicks and
I would also think
Though if-
me go in with
Are
Vistra
we
because I'm
allowing-
more able to talk to the people.
sort of irrelevant for the first phase, I suppose. What were you saying?
I guess that's true.
Okay, so the other 2 are going in through the shed area?
Indeed, the shed on the fence that we found.
Isn't that where like the servant area is? Correct.
Mhm.
So
Well, it has a ladder that goes down underground through the wine cellar to the servants' area and the kitchen. So you would have to find a way to get into the servants' area if we were going to go through this entrance.
okay.
The shed was locked, yes,
Yes.
and
But
then
then
But it does
The
have an
wine-
exterior
I
door.
have
the wine cellar
Yeah. As
was also locked.
yeah, it's like it's the shed that's basically
Yeah.
exterior door, interior door, trap door. You guys can.
Did we take the keys?
Yes.
Yeah, we have the keys.
Oh, good shit. Yeah, never mind then. So now we just have to figure out how to excuse our presence in the basement as we walk through to the party.
Well, we can figure out what the servants were wearing.
We'd have so many costume changes to go through. Regardless, I believe that these villainous 2 that
like
we've
Ocean's
found out
11.
about are worth looking into. I suggest we
I agree.
ask around, find the homes of Virimus first, or Vimerus, and perhaps Halen.
It just occurred to me
See.
that me and Vistra are still definitely don't look like me and like the 2 of us.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
about that.
So
We'll just say
you guys flagged
Oh.
us down.
It's recognizable enough. A dwarf and a half elf in the same clothes. They
I guess, yeah, fair enough. Well, if either of you would prefer, I could disguise you both as well. That way they wouldn't recognize us should we drop them.
Sounds equitable.
You? I lead them back again into that back alley,
Okay.
and I'll disguise them as both as well.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make 2 charisma checks and add your proficiency bonus as well.
Or or should I do get to add my first bonus? That would have been a lot higher.
Yeah.
Morthos is a 17. Cora is a 24.
Gotcha. So now that you have your disguises, yours is a little rough around the edges. You can kind of see a little bit of makeup peeling off, but it's nothing too bad.
And then I guess we head in the direction of. Do we know where they live?
No, I recommend we ask around town. Find anyone who might know of them. They must be prominent figures. Simply ask, do you know of Vimerus by chance? And see what catches.
Sounds good. Alright, well then, shall we?
Shall we split into small groups?
It works. I suppose I'll stay with Vistra then. It seemed to work for the first time.
I'll have all 4 of you make, I'll say just straight charisma checks as you go around talking to people.
3.
7.
7.
We're doing great. Morthos said.
14.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What a
So as you guys spend the afternoon, sort of going around, asking random people, knocking on doors, getting people that are walking around,
Like a Girl Scout.
nobody seems to know where they live. Most haven't heard of them, and the ones that do, they don't know where they live.
That's what I thought. What I expected.
They're like a phone book.
Was there any
Unfortunately,
address
no.
on the invitation?
Why, yes,
that you
there
received?
is.
The address is the Crystal Palace.
No, not for that. Like,
I am
when you
the phone
send
book.
out an invitation.
Oh, gotcha. No, there is not a address.
Return address. That's what I was looking
yeah.
for.
There is a magical book that tells us all the things.
Indeed there is. As I reconvene with our allies, I looked everyone to say, well, when all else fails, to the library?
Yeah.
I'll go.
I open my spellcasting tome and I flip through the pages to the Ritual for the Accursed Archive and I send the 4 of us in.
Okay. So as you feel this familiar crackling and whirling of paper around you, you are immediately transported into this large interior of this library once more. Okay. You walk up to the podium with a book on it, and what do you look for?
Do you suppose a city like Pearl Fair would have things like housing records? They would have to have deeds
You
and titles.
imagine so. That something similar to that.
I'm looking specifically for housing records on Vimerus too many I's and R's, I can't.
It's
Didrigan.
Vimerus Didrigan.
Digrigon.
Didrigan.
Did I just miswrite it? Okay, whatever.
Didrigan.
I look for him and specifically looking for housing records and finding property.
Okay, make an intelligence save.
That is a 16.
16. Okay. As you begin peering into the book, you feel a familiar cold sensation grab over you as you feel your chest begin to compress and your life force is sucked out of you and you gain a point of exhaustion.
Wait, bye. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, go ahead.
This time, I'm gonna look for Helen.
Okay, Helen.
Can I inspire him through interpretive dance?
I really hope you do.
Can you inspire on saving? Yeah. So
Yeah, inspiration works on
Yeah.
any D20
Gotcha.
roll.
Yeah.
So I inspire him with a well thought out show about the reading of books and their dangers.
Continue.
Books are dangerous. That made noise. We're all gonna die.
I give him a little 2-finger golf clap. Just let him know. Appreciate
Take
this.
your D8. Whatever the hell that was.
Woo!
Well, because you see there was the book that
Yeah,
attacked
yeah.
him, and then he was listening for something, and then he was ringing the bell because that worries him.
Okay.
I go in this time looking for Halen.
Okay. So go ahead and make another intelligence save.
Lower this time. So it's a 7, a 14, plus 16 again.
16.
Wait, was that a 1 or a 7?
It was a 2.
As you begin poring over this book, both hands on either side of the podium, you stare into it, trying to gauge this information, gather it, and pull it from the depths of this arcane void. And as you do, you feel yourself go too deep, as it pulls you in, rather, and pulls another point of exhaustion.
as I look at the party and just sigh. I just kind of wander into the library. I just go to like read some books and try and calm my mind.
Okay. Are you three doing anything at this point?
I'm going to look just for the name Vimmer's Didrigan.
Okay.
Didrigan.
In the book?
You're trying to
Alright.
give her the couch.
So as you walk up to the podium,
Baby. Tell me. Non-natural 20.
okay. And this is just Vimmer's.
Vimmer's Didrigan.
Okay.
Didrigan.
As you feel yourself peering into this book and trying to make a connection with this name, Vimmer's, you gain the knowledge of, you see a flash of a location in the library, and you know intuitively where to find it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna kind of start heading in that direction then.
Okay.
As I see him pass me,
I like finger spell out Vimmer's and then point in my direction.
Okay.
I just pick Montag off my shoulder, turn him into a swallow again, and send him after.
I'll just let him perch on my shoulder.
Okay.
I'll just watch through his eyes, and I'll.
So you
I
make
won't talk to him.
You make your way navigating through this maze of bookshelves. You make your way to this one section, the familiar one that you recognize in your vision, and you begin poring over this area and discover that most everything that's written here about Vimmer's has to do with this upcoming party. It has to do. You find notes and records of basically letters that sent to each other, sent to different two people that have nothing to do with Vimmer's and Holland. Just everything that's been written down about this character. You find a lot of themes about medicinal alchemy and how this person apparently works and runs some sort of business that has to do with medicine and magic.
Do I find anything written about the party specifically, like anything detailing events or costumes or attire?
You find messages that relate to like what people are wearing. You find that people are mostly going to be wearing silver and black masks, dresses and tunics. Nothing really specific.
Do I find any more invitations?
You do find people talking about the invitations, but not the invitations themselves.
Do I find anything written by Vimmer's?
Make an investigation check. You do not.
I'm just gonna snag the books that I've found.
Okay.
More because I can pour over them some more, and then I'm going to. I guess I'll return back to the book and I'll try once more with Havan.
Okay.
Just
So you
see
make
if
a-
I can do anything.
Doesn't say.
Nope.
Okay. So as you stare into this blackness of this book in the center where it binds it, you feel another familiar cold sensation as your chest feels like it's being squeezed from the inside and pulled out. You take a point of exhaustion.
This is the campaign with the most points of exhaustion I've ever seen doled out.
Yeah,
Jesus
same.
Christ. I turn to whoever else is waiting there and
I've just been doing that thing where I try to figure out how this is a D&D.
Okay.
Like I try to figure out like why is this religious? I don't.
Make a religion check.
Again, highest character, horrible religion checks. 14.
if living in the South has taught me anything, is that you don't need to be literate to believe in God.
Wow.
Wow, just throw us all in the bus then.
All right.
Alright, time to ostracize some
Yeah.
people.
So, ignoring you begin to sort of grasp that this might not be all that it seems. It's still very distant and different to you. Just walking around, nothing really comes to you. Cora, what are you doing?
Just walking around.
Okay, just walking around, finding different types of books. None of them seem particularly interesting. They're just
Actually,
random.
no. You know what I'm doing? I'm blowing the dust off the bookshelves. That's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Alright, and you do a good job of that.
I'm going to look for one more thing in the book before I give up.
Okay.
Don't judge
I'm going
me.
to look one more time for the
I've
name
been
of
here 3 times
Elysium.
now.
Okay, go ahead and make a intelligence save.
Big money, no whammies.
Whammy?
9. This time, as you reach into the book, almost immediately, it's like being hit with a cold metal rod through your chest, just immediately getting the life force drained out of you. You gain 2 points.
I gotta ring the bell.
You get 2 more. 2 additional from that.
That's great.
Get fucked.
Take
Seeing one of my companions leave and Montag kind of hopped up his shoulder, I assume, before he rung the bell. I send Montag around to see if I can find my other companions and let them know we're heading out.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to rally up without making a noise. Just, your companions and you all go over to the bell unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do. Okay. And one by one, you ring the bell and return to your original state.
I made a dust bunny while I was there.
Wow.
That's what happened.
I'm just like sitting on the ground, crying sleep.
Remind me. Disadvantage on ability throws, disadvantage on saving throws, and attack rolls. What's number 2?
Disadvantage on ability checks. Speed is halved.
Okay,
And disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Everything is shit.
Yes. You suck at everything though.
We're still in the middle of like the fucking high rollers area.
Yeah. As you now, your skin is pale and your cheeks are now thinning, and you can see
get
your
you
eyes are
home,
sunken in.
To the glass bowl.
You both look very worse for wear.
Another day of sleeping for us.
Okay.
Fuck.
So what do you guys do
Got
now?
the time. I mean, we head back to the glass bowl, and me and Morthos go to bed, I assume.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sleep until this is over.
Okay.
I got 2 points of exhaustion. What's that? 8 hours, 16?
16 hours of sleep.
Way back. When am I gonna wake up?
Yeah, I'll just do the full 24.
Okay. At this point, it's
We're just like
mid-afternoon.
killing our time before the party.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's
Just slaughtering it, yeah.
Mid-afternoon, you'd probably wake up sometime tomorrow morning, or yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and then you would probably wake up
Tomorrow night.
yeah, exactly this time around. So you manage to very slowly trudge your way back to the glass bowl. Your 2 companions being very slow, almost limping. So you manage to get to the glass bowl. You 2 almost immediately pass out once again on these familiar beds in the
so
glass bowl.
when I wake up, we'll have the next day will be the masquerade.
Yes.
All right. Well, are you guys doing anything while we're asleep?
You got 24 hours. You want to do anything with it?
Let's go eat some food.
I was literally thinking, like, let's find a cool restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys managed to.
exact same thing.
Throw things in.
Yeah, you guys find.
We finish each other's sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
You guys kill 24 hours eating and drinking. And
Yeah!
How could you?
The best way
bonding.
to kill
Would you like to have any
24
more
hours.
awkward
24 hours was a good man. You
No,
killed
we're
him.
friends now.
Yeah,
We're friends
yeah,
now.
But
That doesn't
last
mean
time
the conversations
didn't go over
aren't
too well.
interesting.
Very true.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you'd say to each other? You'd like to talk about?
Laughing
Helping
about
with the
stuff,
menu.
making fun of each other.
Gotcha.
She nonstop calling me a no. No.
The gnome.
Vistra attempts the menu.
You're
Is it
grateful
like-
that there are some pictures, some like drawings.
Mm-hmm. But
No.
she tries.
Okay. You can see the prices.
I can read it to you.
I get numbers.
I'm
That's how
aware.
we become
She's going to
friends.
have read it to
That's how we become friends. I read you the menu.
That's
I try to figure
At
it
the
out.
read that
various
book,
restaurants we've gone to.
what was that book? God, it was about the really big, like, slow kid, this little kid who was really smart, who sat on his shoulders. Anyone?
Jimmy Neutron?
Nah.
Of mice and men.
Nah.
Anyway,
It's gonna come to me in a
so 24 hours later, you all wake up and converge in the Glass Bowl Tavern once more.
I
Sleeping off
spend the
your
8
exhaustion.
hours that he had over me pouring through the
the books that I
the things he picked up.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Sick. 10.
10. Okay. Poring over them, they're rather dull, and a lot of them are just sort of gossip between noble women and noble men. Nothing particularly stands out. The name Vimrist comes up every once in a while. Nothing particular.
Okay. I don't even know what to do. There's not any other leads we could really follow.
Because none of them are in the city. We already have a key.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's prepared for our
we
next-
gotta wait for the ball, and really we can't find any more information on Vimerus or Halen unless we go do some serious digging, and that's going to get us exposed, most likely. They're dangerous people. As I go rejoin, are they in the bottom of the glass bowl by chance? Are you guys down there?
I am. I'm talking to Vistra, and I'm like measuring her face very like
Actually,
distinctly because I want to make like the disguise perfect.
Okay.
now Jacob,
So
you
I'm, like,
said
figuring out
that the
the-
scroll contained more writing, and I could feel that there was something that was just not allowing me to see it, but I
Yes.
knew there was more writing there. I just so happened to have taken a new invocation called Eyes of the Runekeeper, so I can read anything.
Well,
Okay.
It might be magically.
So
blocked.
I would like to try again to read the scroll.
Okay. After having a lot of experience with this scroll, you begin to peer over it again, looking at the now clear text at the beginning and the still blurry text at the bottom. You try and focus again. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh my god, my rolls are great. That's 7. No, wait, 9.
Okay. You take 10 points of psychic damage as you continue focusing on it, and your brain begins to fog up and cloud. You can see a little blood trickle down out of your ear,
Brain
How
blast!
does he see the blood trickle out of his ear?
or you feel it. You guys
Because I have
see it.
something on my shoulder they can see for me.
Yeah, that's
Duh.
true.
So you can see
Mom
yourself
talks like,
at all
hey,
times.
yellow.
That's so weird.
No, because I can only look through one set of eyes at a time, so theoretically I can see myself anytime I choose to switch to him.
Well, okay. There you go.
You have a mirror.
So yeah, I have a mirror. I have a flying mirror. As I walk up to my companions with the scroll, I sit down at the table with them and I say, well,
Wait,
Harder.
wouldn't it mess with your balance?
as I wobble up to them with my ears
No,
bleeding.
no, not that. I'm talking about if you have another set of eyes on a moving swallow, and you're trying to look.
He's
at
only looking
yourself.
through one or the other.
I'm looking
Exactly.
through one or the other.
But
So if
wouldn't
I
you
switch
still
to
be
the
aware of your own body while you're looking through something else?
It wasn't like he's walking around when he's looking through it.
Well, I still feel like it'd mess with his balance.
Yeah, when I'm sitting down and my balance gets all fucked, I
React.
continue to sit down.
Still be going.
Is there a balance? Is there like? Do I have to make an acrobatics check every time I look through Montauk's eyes now?
Happens.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's magic.
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 The D&D end all be all. Why does that happen? Well, magic.
Mage.
I walk up to the table with the scroll and I set it down in front of everyone and I wipe the blood from my ears and I say, I have a plan. It's a bad one, but it might just work.
Elaborate.
Oh,
I say no.
It's one of my favorite things. What we do
I vote no.
is I keep the scroll on my side. We know that our targets, Halen and
Vimrus.
Holland and Vimrus, we know that they're aware of the scroll.
Ain't that a country?
If we're lucky, they can know the scroll on sight, and if I keep it at my waist, rather conspicuously, I will catch eyes from only people who know what the scroll means. Anyone else will presume it to be a part of my attire.
People just wander around with scrolls on.
Regardless of other people's opinions of me, I could wear the scroll and ignore the weird glances I get, and wait for the weird glances that seem to be the glances of people who think, oh my god, that's my scroll. If that makes sense.
I especially like the part of the plan where you walk around telling telling the people that will most likely want to kill you once they find out that you have that
This is the second part of the plan that I was a little less ready to handle. Murder. They aren't going to be happy with me, but if we think that we can handle it, and we can also assume that they don't want to cause trouble at their own party, we might be able to get away with this.
We have to go in assuming neither of those things. We have to go in assuming neither of those things. These are the kind of people, if we had been told that they're willing to extort their wealth for money, or their money for power. They've got some sort of project going on, and that this ball can't be just some sort of isolated incident. Then we have to believe that there is a purpose to this ball, and if need be, they can A, drag you away, or B, they can isolate you somehow, or B, they'll just dispose of you there.
Well, then I think we should go about figuring out how we're going to find the hosts.
I hadn't gotten that far yet.
You say this as if they won't be set apart from the crowd.
You think that these two very secretive, almost unknown entities are going to walk into the room, say, "Look at me!"
Weren't we told, or weren't you told when you went on your little tour that they had their own VIP section?
Yes, but we aren't allowed into the VIP section. So on the night of the party, we have to barge into the VIP section, start making wild guesses at whom in the VIP section is the mark, and then hope we're right.
Maybe
Or we could have someone hide in the room before they all
How about this? If I get in,
listen.
I talk to one of the servants, I charm him, or her. They lead me down to the wine cellar. I have a conversation with them. I learn information I can get, who's going to be where, who's wearing what. When I'm done with them, I bring them to the shed, tie them up, let charm fall through, dress up as them, and continue on as a servant.
That's very.
And then
smart.
if anyone goes to the shed,
But also,
And
weren't
there's a
you
naked
going
man who's
through the
sounding.
front entrance with Vistra?
Well, yes, if I go through the front entrance, then they won't have anything to object if I pop up in the middle of the wine cellar. If I can look like a servant, and then we have someone on the floor who can talk to the other members who are in masks, and someone who can walk around and
it's a fair plan. And then the other two of us will be waiting in the wing in case something goes wrong, I assume.
yes. You just wait down in the tunnel, and if I need you,
You will communicate with us how?
Message.
Montauk. He's a piece of paper, is he not? Can you see through him, through his eyes, when he's just a piece of paper?
No, he must have form for me to actually
Well,
use him for sight.
there was a door from the tunnel to the wine cellar, yes?
Yes.
Did that door have any cracks small enough for a piece of paper to fly through?
Yes.
There you go. Send Montauk through the cellar. Keep him in there. Keep him watching. When I come through, you'll be aware.
I do believe it's not impossible, but I don't like the idea of someone seeing a piece of paper taking shape of an animal, flying around their party, and getting nervous.
He's not going into the party. He's in the wine cellar.
Aren't the servants in the wine cellar?
No, they'll be in the kitchen. I'm getting the servant. I'm convincing
Sorry, I'm
him
bad
to
with
take
directions
me.
and maps.
I'm getting the servant to take me into the wine cellar, where I will, after I
Okay.
charm him, where I will
Okay.
lead him through the tunnel into the shed, where I will tie him up, take the clothing, disguise myself as a servant, go back in, walk around, because they aren't going to stop someone who's supposed to be serving meals, and I'll have rather unimpeded access. And then I can get the rest of you in there as well.
I suppose it's our best plan.
Very well.
Wait.
As
Would you get us before or after you disguise yourself as a servant?
likely after.
Okay.
Because if I walk in, I could just say I was showing
Then
you to the wine cellar.
how will we know that it's you?
Montauk will be in the wine cellar, in the corner, watching.
It was
Okay, so
the
he
girls
knows.
that got
Okay,
wine
so
cellar.
he knows. So he knows.
This is the circular logic that I'm trying to explain.
I'm so sorry.
He's watching. You'll
Okay.
see me get this guy. I'll lead him to the tunnel. I mean, hell, you guys can just be waiting in the shed.
Yeah.
He will be able to get me to and from there.
No,
Talk
no,
about
no,
the
I got
So
that
we're-
part. I
okay,
got all that.
we're
good?
I was
Being
just
able to
on
small
the
talk.
on the disguise part. I was
Okay,
good.
yeah.
I was good based off the disguise part. I was like, we're gonna need a
well,
code
you're
word.
gonna-
I
you're
didn't
but
know
we-
we could see that.
We do have the keys. For what purpose do you need to get us into the party?
So that we have a
Hey.
reason for being in a tunnel or the
Yeah.
wine
If
cellar.
you come out with a servant, I can just say that I was showing you to the wine cellar.
Oh, right. I thought you were coming to the front gate to get us. I apologize.
No.
No.
Well, if you have a plan then.
I'll say it again, as you were bickering while I said it. Can we talk about the fact that this entire plan relies on my ability to make small talk?
You don't have to
You
make
owned a
small
tavern.
talk.
Your job was to make small talk.
Yes, but I also was providing them with a service that they very much liked. So it
Can't
wasn't
you do that now?
Got it!
Mr. Edo.
What are you guys doing?
Alright, I'm going to...
Currently-
Bring it back.
Currently stupid shit.
Now that we're back from our break, I'm going to,
Got a whole day
if we're
to
done
go.
planning, Vistra, if I could see you in one of the rooms to finish this test.
Are we gonna finish this guys a day early?
Well, it's like a mask,
For him.
basically. It's gonna be like a face mask. 'Cause-
Okay.
Wait, so she's wearing a mask on top of a mask.
Well, it's not like it's gonna be like the fake like mask that just looks like a person. It's gonna be like something that you can put on that.
So
You
it's a
understand what I'm
mask.
talking about? Like a
With a
mask, but
mask on
yeah.
top.
I don't.
Do you understand what I'm talking
So
about?
she's
Yeah?
wearing two masks.
You're talking about your disguise kit?
Yeah, can
Yeah.
I prepare a disguise like early and they just like put it on? Or do I have to put it on the person?
It's much harder to do that, and it takes a lot more time, but you can.
Okay.
He's got
Because
it.
normally
That's
you
what
go.
you
I mean, that's the thing, it's like
normally
I have-
you model. You sort of mold and put makeup on the face, but like to make an entire like cast of someone's face and make it fit to their form.
Can I do it before?
It'll be like
tomorrow
white
night?
chicks.
It'll be harder. Yeah.
I guess I'll just do it on your face before we head out then.
I'll just do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kalistar walks off
Perfect.
into the sunset.
I like it. I like it.
Never to be seen again.
This just slits her wrists.
Morthos walks into the archive and starts shouting.
Cora's like, guys, guys, where would it go? Don't betray you.
Alright.
All right.
What are you reading?
Alright, I guess it's just fucking.
Here's
You
the
guys
thing.
do
I don't
it.
know. Like, I have.
Alright, we
no
go pick
idea.
up our clothing from.
Oh, my
from
eyes are
Taylor.
watering.
Alright, so you, easy enough. You pick up your clothing. Taylor is there with Taylor's there and hands you the clothes. Just no words.
Cool.
Yeah. Get out.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
But come again. I think it's gonna look good on you. Let me just try it on first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
come
put-
back and brush
Your
off
list
your
is
shoulder.
getting worse.
And then I walk out and I'm like, hello. No, I walk out. I like it.
Looks
Another
good.
dasher.
Looks good.
All right. Well,
Is it a
I-
glove portion, or are you just checking your manicure?
Yes.
yeah.
Yes to both.
Yes to both.
I'm checking my manicure under my gloves. Wasting time. Wasting time. I change back into my regular clothes, put everything in a bag, and head back to the
Got it.
fucking glass bowl.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the glass bowl, where you all reconvene back in the center of this tavern once more. Is there anything you'd like to do before you go to sleep?
I mean, I.
Wow, that was a quick day.
Yeah, it's plastered.
Well, it's because I woke up at 8:00 p.m.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, day's already
Do I
over.
really need to sleep?
You are almost gonna find it hard to sleep.
No, that's what I was thinking. Then I'm going to go to the slums. I guess I'll
It's a slums episode, guys. A slums.
I'll just continue to work on disguise stuff, like just ideas for these two, and just like mapping out.
What are you doing, Matt, exactly? Just in your room?
Yeah, like by candlelight. I'm like Ocean's 11ing. Like I'm planning out the heist. Like I've got the floor
Yeah.
plan, what we're gonna do, the disguise setup, everything's ready to go.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna prepare. Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll have to wait till morning. I was gonna buy some food.
We're in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you're also awake.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably got some time. I use my mage hand, I just start poking him. Just at random intervals, just a mage hand to the back of the head.
I never react.
Okay.
That's,
Never
I got
react.
nothing.
All right.
I wanted to do that.
I attempt to steal his shoes with the mage hand.
the moment that you do, I just no.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I feel like he's not hiding it.
Vaguely.
My passive is 16, by the way.
16.
I see it.
It was a 6. I don't know why I said 16. I think I heard him say it. My body reacted. That was a 6.
Got
Oh,
it.
well, then I definitely see it.
Yeah. So you see him trying to Just make off your shoes.
I just hold up my hand and just like gesture like don't even.
Can I come by like an hour later and try and
Bitch,
steal
what the
these shoes? I have an invisible mage hand. I want to
Just like you have an
shoes.
invisible
Were they on
walking
your
into
feet?
I am
Yes!
the
I'm wearing my shoes. They're not off.
I know.
Dickhead! Hey,
I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna go ahead and stand. Wait a minute, my shoes! They were on my feet just a minute ago.
How did they get them? I was standing.
Shoes.
They were pressed against the floor when they were here.
Oh my god. Okay.
So,
I'm also gonna play around with my major illusion. Okay. And figure out what exactly like my limits to that are because it's a new spell for me.
okay.
I mean, even though I know, but
Yeah, gotcha. So,
I'm gonna sharpen my axe and pray that I can get through this nonsense.
can't bring
shit. I was
the
gonna
axe
say
to the
yeah,
party.
you're not getting that.
I'm not bringing it to the party, but I still need to do proper axe maintenance. Thank you.
alright. So you take a restful night's sleep. Others stay up planning and nap in and out, so you're not exhausted tomorrow morning. And eventually, you guys all wake up and can reconvene back in the center of the glass bowl for another time.
Oh, hi, guys.
Can I steal his shoes now?
Oh,
No, I'm good.
What's happening?
Probably not.
Why shoes? Okay.
Huh?
Why shoes? Okay.
She's part of the swan.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to head to fucking. Actually, I'm going to ask if anybody else wants to head with me to Athena's to buy some preparatory goods,
Whatever.
Of which caliber?
Yeah.
potions, anything else that you think might help you in this.
About
area.
how much can we bring in with us?
Whatever you can hide.
Oh yeah, it's basically what you can hide, but I imagine, you have your tunic and you have some pockets. That's about
I
it.
bring my book with me,
I like
I
every
guess.
time you say you imagine because you make the rules.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start stowing things for the day. I'm going to. Excuse me. I'm gonna make Montauk. How small can I go with him?
You can fold them in half like 7-ish times.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna
He's
go.
an amoeba.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a very, very tiny swallow.
Okay.
Babby swallow. I'm gonna tuck him into my
You know, there
lapel.
other birds exist.
Yeah, and I picked swallow a long time ago.
It's his favorite thing.
I was gonna be like, it could just be like a hummingbird.
Hummingbirds are loud as shit.
What the hell? No, they're not.
Hummingbirds, they do that little buzzing thing anytime. they
Yeah,
try
if
to
you're
move.
standing next. Okay, we're not.
That's up
the
to
tangents. The tangents.
It's
Yeah,
a
but
bee.
who wants a constant buzzing noise in their face, you know?
Or in their pocket. Anyway, I'm
There you
also
go.
gonna bring my my book for spellcasting purposes.
Okay.
I'm gonna tuck that into the back, and I'm gonna put the scroll under my robe.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it very tight to my body, so I'll know if it moves. But I want the scroll on me,
Okay.
Tight.
tight, like a toiger.
I've got my flute on me. And can I attempt to stow a dagger, just in a
Sure. Make
pretty
a
well hidden pocket?
yeah. Make a stealth check.
Stealth check?
I have a dagger. It's going to stay right here. So
So what?
It's a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah. So
I can
manage to conceal it.
Now
well
I have
enough.
2 daggers, but I also have a small knife.
Okay.
The small knife is probably much easier to conceal.
Yes.
I'd like to bring that.
Okay.
Just up,
Yeah. Go
up
ahead
my
and
sleeve.
make a stealth check.
Oh, finally! He's hitting it. That's an 18.
18. Good to know.
Cool. One of the daggers poking out.
Yeah.
It's very
The dagger's literally in your heart, and it's just the handle.
Yeah, it's
sitting
it's
there.
literally just a dagger in a sheath on my chest. I go to Athena. Who else? Anybody else want to go with me to Athena?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I go to Athena's. Knock knock ring ring.
Yeah. You
Benefit.
walk in.
Ding dong.
She's behind the counter. She's currently talking with a customer, but you wait a few minutes and she is available now.
Athena.
Hello. How are you?
It's fantastic. It's a pleasure to see you. I came in here wondering if I could attempt to buy some goods from you. With a bit of a specific type of item in mind.
What would that be?
Do you have anything that sort of bolsters one's outward appearance and aura? Something that kind of makes one more likable, more personable?
You'd need that.
Let me think for a second.
Got him.
This is a particular potion you're looking for, or?
An item that increases charisma.
Um,
That buffs charisma. Or something.
Well, we have something of this sort. It's a cloak, and I'm not sure. I know I don't want to assume, but last time you came in, your budget was rather limited in what it could purchase. I don't know if it's expanded
I'll
at
have you
all.
know that now I have $64. Forgot that I just.
What's a dollar?
I have a cloak that will bolster your charismatic personality by a certain measure. It's rather pricey though. It's 5,000 gold.
I don't think we'll ever have that collectively as a party. So.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Alchemist shop heist?
No.
Steal it, steal
Round
it.
two. Round two.
Because he has flashbacks.
Then I will. Can I just take a regular healing potion then?
Sure. That'll be 50 gold.
Cora, do you want anything?
Nope. Just came along for the ride. I already have a healing potion.
I am.
Healing potion.
Not.
Don't you already have a healing potion?
No, I got yeah.
Oh yeah.
I. Not in the middle of the store, but at some point I'm going to pour the potion out of the potion vial and in my flask.
Okay.
So that's more easily concealable on my body.
Alright.
Hey baby, we back to 14.1 gold.
You just randomly have a flask on you?
Yeah. What do you mean randomly? We're all alcoholics here.
But why are you pouring out the rum or whatever? You keep it in there. That's just sad.
He says he poured it out.
Just down it right there. Yeah.
Don't waste it.
In the middle of the the street too.
Yeah.
1 point of
No, just
exhaustion,
right in
1 point
front
of
of,
intoxication.
I said I was out of the
lady.
store.
Oh,
I was
you
like,
did?
I'm very.
So, what are you guys doing other than that? As you know, tonight is the night of the Masquerade. What would you like to do in preparation?
About an hour or so before.
I go to get my hair did.
Okay, don't do your hair. I mean, you look real pretty.
Am I disguising the two of you as well?
Yes. Or I mean, I can
I
disguise
don't know
myself.
how well being a tiefling would go over.
Have we seen any tieflings in the city?
You've maybe passed by one.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Well, it would be hard for you to hide the horns regardless. I will simply go as myself. I have the mask after all, so they'll see the horns, but they won't see me. As long as I don't remove my mask, I should be fine.
You can get a big hat.
Like
Wait,
big.
He'll wear like a top hat.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Can it be like a wizard hat?
No, like we could.
And
get
then I'll
them-
start casting
get
spells.
them
big are
top-
your horns?
I mean,
With like the stars
They're
on
more
it?
like slick back type horns. Imagine about this big, kind of like back
Okay,
there.
yeah, gotcha.
if I,
Top hat.
would a top hat cover that?
A big top hat. Yeah.
Or like a cowl. I could put a hood on this. Ooh. How long do you think it would
We'll
take
put
for
a
him
bald
to?
cap on him.
That would look.
He'll just
I
have
go
a
to-
really,
Great.
really big head.
I go
No,
back to
perfect.
our very effeminate fabric man.
Okay, Taylor.
Taylor the tailor. I forgot his name. I say,
you kidding
I'm
me?
off. I have an idea, and I run to the tailor's.
Okay,
I just-
you watch as you burst through the doors. Oh, hello.
Taylor, how are you? Last minute preparations. The horns, they're rather unsightly. How quickly can you sew a black hood onto this jacket?
Well,
Onto the
it
road.
sounds like quite the emergency, but I think I am the man for the job.
Thank God for you,
I love
Taylor.
this guy.
I know,
Well,
right?
I need your cloak.
I strip. I'm naked save for the leather armor.
Wow. He takes it and
That's a, wow, indeed, Fred.
Whoa.
so he takes it and just immediately
supposed
begins
to have
going
horns?
away.
Oh my god!
What?
It's supposed to have horns?
Hey, we don't know what devil dicks look like.
You're terrible.
Anyway,
I don't want to know.
so he begins sewing this black piece of cloth onto your cloak, and it takes him about 10 minutes. And he's
Beautiful.
unfurls it, and then hands it back.
For your services, sir. And I hand him like 2 gold.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Of course. Because that was some top quality service right there.
Okay.
That's a craftsman who loves his
That's
art.
a 1 gold.
I flip the hood up and I put on the Plague Doctor mask and I ask him, how do I look?
Astonishing.
As I take off the mask, I stow it again and I leave.
Astonishing.
I run back to the tavern, and I walk in and I do this.
I throw a dagger at the random guy. No, while that's been going on, how long do we have to the...
I have a whole
You said you waited an hour before. I mean,
Depends.
you have a
I
lot
can
of time
afford.
before it if you would like to do things up until then.
But I mean, like, I'll say in the time that we're waiting, I'm disguising
As if
her into Sorva, as well as disguising Cora into something unrecognizable from Cora.
Something not
Okay.
Cora.
And
I have
then-
red hair. Yeah.
Sure, and then I'm going to don my actual other identity and, of Durkin Sivler, the
I wanna see
broken-looking
this
nose,
up.
the dark hair that like covers the fact that I have elven ears and like
I'm
makes
not
me look
kidding, I'm serious.
vaguely
about this.
humanoid. The more defined chin,
Not yet. I'll
Okay.
finish that.
basically just like I look like more human, and that's kind of why I wanted the unobtrusive mask because they'll just think I'm human.
Good to know.
So and then, but yeah, but I pretty much just look entirely different.
Are you dressed in your nice costume?
Not yet. I was just.
Can I steal his gloves?
Sure, make
I
a sleight of
actually
hand check.
want to.
What's wrong with you?
Or that this would be more stealth.
14.
This would be
Oh,
more
stealth? Then it would be 16.
16.
That's my passive.
Isn't it like that's the DC so she succeeds?
I'm pretty sure. Remember, does
Try.
I think he's
For
lost
now-
your gloves,
I was like,
friend.
do ties go to the victor or the?
Well, I would assume that
Ties
it
do
acts
go
as
to
a
the victor,
DC
yes.
that you
Yeah,
have to
ties go
beat.
to the roller.
Yeah. So you do just barely manage to take his clothes.
Not the whole clothes, just
No,
the gloves.
just the gloves.
The gloves.
You just wrapped him entirely.
You do manage
No, I
to
steal them. He's
nick
not
his
wearing
gloves
them.
out of the place that he's
Yeah,
keeping
I give them to Morthos.
Okay.
And I look
to
at
conceal all of his red
I look at
skin.
Cora and say, "Thank you. I don't want these," and I hand them to. Hey, your gloves. I found them on the table.
You mean
Bitch
where I-
ass.
No, a table down here. You must have brought them down unconsciously.
I found them on the table. You mean where I left them?
You are terrible.
Chicken biscuits. All right.
That's
Uh,
how many
oh,
butter
geez.
chicken biscuit.
Thank you.
But of course, as I flip up my hood and I run into the night. Fear not, citizen.
I am the knight.
Just a plague doctor with red hands,
So,
right?
As the time grows nearer, you guys begin donning your nice, new, elegant clothes, worn and fit for specifically you. And you all take a moment to marvel at yourselves and your nice. It's been a while since you've all gotten dressed up, for at least some of you. Killstar might,
As none of us look like ourselves,
Yes.
and
It is quite the sight. It is
Just-
rather
this is like-
off-putting.
Casual thing for
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I'm a gorgeous ginger.
Making the last preparations before you set off walking to the Crystal Palace. We're gonna take a break.
I don't get it.
And we're back.
Jesus,
I
man.
heard 2 clicks. All right.
Ta-ta.
So, the time has come for you all to leave to go to the Masquerade Ball at the Crystal Palace.
Ooh.
As you all have adorned your new and fancy clothes, you begin making your way walking through the streets. What's that? Yeah. Your hair is done did. Done did.
I'm
So,
sure you paid for it.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
With a smile.
That'll be 4 gold.
4 gold.
alright. So, continuing onward, you begin to make your way, and you see, as you get closer, you see other patrons begin to come, and in groups of 2 or 3, all the way up to one group is maybe a dozen of people. And you begin. Are you approaching the main gate, or what is it?
We're kind of. I'm just gonna say that I pull the rest of them off to the side. And I say to Morthos and Cora.
Right by the shed, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If everything goes according to plan, it shouldn't take more than 20 odd minutes, hopefully. That being said, just wait out here, send Montag through. He should be able to sneak through any cracks all the way up into the wine cellar. And just be prepared.
Okay.
Alright.
So we're already by the shed.
Yeah, you guys have made your way around the shed.
Then I'm just gonna straight up. I'll just start by turning Montag back into a normal piece of paper and sliding him under the door. And then on the other side, he'll become a small mouse.
Okay, easy enough.
And so I turn to Sorva. And I say, shall we?
Shall
May we have the keys? That we may at least just wait in the shed as opposed to waiting by it and drawing suspicion.
Wait, doesn't what's her face, the dwarf, have an accent? Does she have to speak accent?
She's going to try.
Wait, you're gonna try and get your accent?
Accent.
Oh, accent. Oh my lord.
Well, she should try and get her accent. That'd be fun.
Yeah, is anyone besides me and I guess
I mean,
technically?
do
you have any weapons on you?
Can we say for purposes that we brought
I already know I brought my book.
We put it in the shed.
Well, but we didn't do that.
That's why I'm saying, can we say that we've done that?
Don't ask me.
Can we say that we've brought visitors? I mean, is that cool with you? Worst case scenario, we have to bolt to the shed to get our stuff. But it's better than not having it all the way back to the tavern. Is that cool with you?
So you're bringing the axe?
Yeah, and we're just gonna put it into the shed where they go.
Well, the shed is locked.
But we have
We
the
have
keys.
the keys.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
What I'm
So,
saying
yeah.
is when the eyes are off of them, they move into the shed with the axe. They've got all the stuff that they need. Worst things come to shit goes
Can I
down.
bring my short sword too?
yeah.
Is that a thing like that?
Everyone,
Yeah,
I'd like
you
everyone
can
make
do
a
that.
stealth check.
Ooh, baby!
Hell yeah.
Natural 20.
Wait, does that even
Are you-
count?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Are you telling me natural 20, natural 20, natural 20?
What the?
Really?
Natural 15?
Which is a total.
What's your total?
Oh, natural 15. I got nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right.
The three of us just fade
Way
from
to be
existence. and Martha's.
More of those with my giant fucking beak. Hey guys.
Good guys.
Yeah, so I'd like to, as we enter the shed, I
So
want
where
to
the
throw on
boy
my
go?
hood
You want
and my
sticks
plague
and
doctor
like,
mask.
in
I'm going
somewhere?
full incognito now.
Gotcha.
Incognito.
Alright,
So,
and then me and
Like the Pokemon.
Vistra apparently apparate by the front
Yeah.
gate.
So you go to the front gate.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you have
Gotcha.
the invitation. And,
Go into the shade.
So
Yeah.
as you approach the front gate, you see 2 sentry guards on either side, and you see lots of different people coming of different assortments to the front gate, and showing what appears to be just one man sitting at a desk. Their invitations. They just show him. He looks over for a second, hands it back, and they continue walking. Just beyond the gate, you see what sticks out is a rather large, standing maybe 10 feet tall, man, just standing still and solitary in large plate.
what? 10-foot tall person?
Yes. Yeah. In dark gray steel armor. And you see by his side just a massive, almost standing just as high as him, a large stone ball just standing there. And you can see his
stone ball.
like a
Like a
Like
big
a spiky
giant
ball.
hammer. And his helmet comes into the shape of a dragon's head.
I said ball. I was like, how does a ball just
There's like
stay?
the little sweat drop.
It's just a ball.
All right. Let's go then.
All right.
We walk up.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so you walk up and you walk up to the desk and the man standing there and expectantly holds out a hand.
Here.
Hands it back
Thank you.
and goes to the next guy.
All right.
So
We
you
enter.
walk past, and as you walk past the large, maul-wielding armored man,
Hello.
continue forward.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
And you walk up to the entrance, this grand, magnificent doorway, standing maybe 20 feet tall as it opens with double doors. Just this large iron metal gateway.
Can we have ballroom music?
Yes, I was actually about to change too.
It's important to me. See, it's like running. It's
It's on a waltz.
There you go. So, as you walk in, the room itself, the large main thoroughfare, the ballroom, exudes beauty and wealth. The floor is a white, silver, and black checkerboard pattern that extends to the far reaches of the room. The walls are decorated with ornate polished silver trim that winds and curves, fitting the intricacies of the interior form. Above is a high and rounded ceiling that encapsulates the stunning nature of this structure. Patterns and engravings of silver surround the edges of where the walls meet the ceilings. In the center hangs a marvelous crystal chandelier, crystal white, that faintly swings and shimmers, almost dancing with the light of the room.
Two chandeliers.
Looking around, you see nearly everybody is wearing black and gray and white garment, matching with matching masks. Anybody who's not adorning a mask appears to be working and serving a guest. All these servants appear to be wearing a similar black tunic uniform with silver trim along the edge. Glancing across the entirety of the room, it appears that on the opposite side, the floor raises into steps that lead to an elevated stage, maybe 5 feet high. Two individuals stick out, as their masks are not silver, but gold. One woman in a dazzling black dress wears a golden mask with the visage of a demon. The other has a plain-faced mask that comes into the shape of a crown across his brow. And they just stand
I wonder
on,
which one's the host side.
on the opposite side of the room on this stage, conversing with a few individuals wearing normal silver and black garment.
Well, I think we found our hosts.
I do suppose you're right.
Well, for the time being, our objective is to get me into the kitchen and talking to one of the servants, preferably alone if possible.
Alright, so you're about to abandon me.
Say that again.
Alright, so you're about to abandon me.
Well, that was part of the plan, yes.
Alright.
For the time being, we enjoy the festivities, and I see if I can draw one of them away. Maybe you spill something on my clothing, or I
Can do.
bump into one of them. Not yes. Hold on. Calm down.
Got it right here.
I'll try and maybe bump into one of them and have them pull me away to clean it off. Anyways,
You see along the walls there does appear to be just an open bar filled with drinks of all sorts. And food.
I walk over and I order like just an ornate cocktail.
Okay. Yeah,
Because it's like a free thing, right?
yeah. It appears to be just anybody goes up order whatever they want.
I ordered like just some ornate, froofy, highfalutin cocktail.
And it is bright red and it just by itself spins.
Hell yeah.
I get a glass of wine.
I take like
You get a very nice glass of wine.
I take a small sip, and I'm just like, all right.
It's amazing.
Yeah. At which point, we see.
Pass out again. You lose your shoes and your money.
This cocktail's.
Because I took them.
This cocktail's.
Not even that, he just roofied like it's the tailor comes
I've come for your shoes.
sit and talk with Sorva, and after a while, I pat her on the shoulder and I start walking.
I
and
thought you were
just-
gonna say that you like pat her on the head.
No,
like,
I
okay.
pat her on the shoulder and I say, "I'll go attempt to take care of things. Just do your best to not draw too much attention."
All right. All right.
Fucked.
Well,
I walk over and I just kind of start perusing around, just having casual conversation, and I'd like to have a servant bump into me and like spill the drink on.
Okay.
Is my plan. Like I wanted to make it look like I'm walking and they just like they were the ones who weren't paying attention and like it's all on me.
Make a performance check.
As
I'm
I
just
like,
small talking
I
at the
pick the
bar.
nose of my plague doctor mask.
10. Hey, that's a natural 2. It's a +8 modifier.
Ooh. So, as you are carrying your drink, you sort of haphazardly.
Can I cast friends on that?
At this point, it's,
Damn it!
so as you carry your drink, sort of haphazardly stumbling, you very blatantly trip yourself and basically shoulder check this one. This one sort of, oh my, sir, are you okay?
I'm so sorry. Hey, I tell you what.
And you spill it all over him.
Let me. I know a great trick for getting that out. Just I come with me. Just follow me. There's like a
Get out of my way.
Okay.
And he continues walking.
Wait, can you come back to me so I can be annoyed?
Yeah, that would never happen.
You see him
I'm not going
No!
back in
And
this feud.
he just walks out.
Where does he go?
He looks to go back
This drew
in.
quite a stir. Mr. Looks over and snickers.
Recognizing this from your previous trip, he goes into one of the kitchens.
I need to get him alone.
Sort of tells the bartender, oh, Moron.
As all this is going on, I take a mouse version of Montauk and I send him down towards the wine cellar through the trapdoor.
do that?
I mean, no, I
He was
just
like
made it.
chilling.
Well,
The trapdoor actually does not have a spot wide enough.
You
for
know
a
what?
case.
Actually, I'll.
It is sealed shut.
And our keys won't open this trapdoor.
Oh, I keep forgetting the keys. Yes, you open the trap door very easily with your keys.
That
and
was so-
And drop a mouse.
Yes,
yeah.
and drop the mouse in there.
Is it like a
And
rat
it
or like a
takes
mouse?
one
It's a
falling.
mouse, very tiny.
Does.
No, it's, anyway.
Instantly evaporates and it's a magical barrier.
Well, if that didn't work, I can always try asking politely. At which point I
See, if you were smart, you'd have ordered wine at the bar. Then you could have said, you know what, can I see your vintages? I want to go to your wine cellar.
shut up.
It's almost like that's why Vistra ordered wine.
At which point
The fucking bartender!
Oh my gosh!
There you go.
Man, I'm anticipating this woman.
at
Why
which
don't we bring her
point
more places?
I know, right?
I walk up to one of the random servants and I say,
Swirl your water all classily.
I walk up and I say, "Excuse me, sir." I try and find someone who's kind of my build, my stature.
Okay, you find a young man.
Excuse me, I was wondering if I could
finds
have
someone.
a look at the wine selection. Me and my fiance are here, and I kind of point Sorba out.
Lovely.
And we were looking to have a bottle to ourselves, if at all possible. It won't take but a moment of your time, please. And I'll.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Friends.
Can I do it?
You're gonna be tying him up in the shed anyway. Like,
No,
who
I know.
cares what
It's
this guy
just
thinks?
a matter of length. Yeah,
Always a matter of pleasure.
I'll cast friends on him.
Okay, make a sleight of
You
hand.
wouldn't know.
19.
Okay. So, as you begin to cast friends with your,
Don't tell me.
I
I mean, there's so many people.
there are.
I'm moving around, maybe so. Come on, tell me how to do it.
Let the man speak.
So, as you cast friends, one of the sentry guards walks up to you
Oh, Jesus.
and, just mid-cast, puts his hand on your shoulder. Sir?
Hello. Is there something that I can help you with?
Are you drunk?
Make a persuasion.
Is he actually?
Or deception, rather.
He sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
Anthony is drunk.
No, like in character, like it's character.
Deception.
I think he's pretending bad.
27.
Just keep in mind where you are, son.
Is already been a bit of a long night.
Maybe you should come with me.
I think I can handle that.
You here with somebody?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I have a plan.
They're in the bathroom.
Stop it.
I'll go wait over there with them.
Okay. You go find them and get yourself home, son.
Okay,
He
thank you.
walks off.
And I head to the bathroom.
Okay.
Shit.
So I've already been chatting with this bartender for a while now.
Okay. So yeah,
We're chummy at this point.
Sure.
I've finished my first glass of wine and I.
It's this old bald man with a large like walrus mustache.
Love it.
So because we've been chatting
Sure.
about my tavern and like we're homies now.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Is that so?
It is. So do you think I could see the rest of your wine selection? I quite like that, but I'd love to see what you have in store.
He strokes his magnificent walrus mustache. Twirls the ends of it. I think I can. Let me just find somebody to cover my shift.
Thank you.
As that's going on, I'm like cleaning myself.
You're still in the
Whatever.
bathroom.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like whatever alcohol
Yeah,
is currently
it's
on.
most of it got on the
Yeah,
other
most of
guy.
it got on him, and I'm
How are you going to get us in?
going to take off my disguise,
Okay.
but leave the wig.
Okay.
And
Also,
then
I can bring
I'll
the
walk back out.
bartender back with us.
okay. Right. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, by the way.
How do you? I don't know that I'm good at those. No, I am. Oh, proficient. Fuck. 11.
Okay.
Let me know when I walk out.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, he walks over to someone, has a brief conversation, and walks back over to you. Just follow me. And he walks you down to a familiar, like sort of cellar area. He opens these two double doors.
I've never been there.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were. Gotcha. So he brings you around into this other room, and he opens up a cellar in the kitchen, and walks you down into this cellar area. And he lights a torch because it is dark, and begins just talking nonstop, just spouting all this information about wine. And some of you know, most of it's like, you're not.
Gobbledygook
Yeah.
about regions.
Yeah, and he just keeps on blabbering. This seems to be a passion of his, and do you like to do anything while he's talking?
So I'm just kind of looking around, hoping to see the Morthos thing. Like
Okay.
a little.
Montag is sitting on top of a keg somewhere. He's trying to be as like high and out of the way as possible.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely see this torchlight. It is very obvious.
Does he see the fact
So-
that it's me and not Kelisar?
Yes.
My paper eyes go wide as I realize we're fucked.
I at least had a way to let you know some shit was going wrong.
Is Vistra behind him?
Vistra is sort of like to the side and behind.
I run around outside both of their fields of view. I'm a mouse. I'm very light.
Yes.
And I'm very silent.
Yeah.
I want to climb up one of her legs and perch myself on her back near her shoulder, away from him, if that makes sense. Like in a way that he probably couldn't see.
Why don't you just tuck up in my hair?
Well, I could do that too, but I have to get there first.
Yes.
As that's going on, and this is my latest attempt, I'd like to open the door and like peek my head out and try and get the attention of one of the servants.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is happening like while.
Yeah, simultaneously.
Dickhead.
So, so yes, you managed
So
to.
yeah.
How does Vistra feel about an unfamiliar sensation of a mouse crawling up?
I've had the mouse in my hair before.
Okay.
And I knew it was going to be a mouse, so
Okay.
I was just kind of really hoping
Gotcha.
that it wasn't real. I don't know.
Okay.
I figured a real mouse I figured a real mouse wouldn't be so bold, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like,
Gotcha. All right. So
As
you
I-
feel it crawl up.
And
the
I
back of
continue
your-
to try and
Yeah.
The mouse's head gets right next to her ear as I now use my new invocation, Voice of the Chainmaster, and I speak into her ear and I say, "What the fuck happened? You can't impersonate him."
So you hear this voice squeaking from this paper mouse.
And
on the
then
side.
and then I realize that she can't respond to this. And
Here's
so,
what's gonna happen.
and
So,
so I
the
s-
guy continues. He's in front of me. He's like enthralled by all this wine,
Yes.
and he goes, "What happened? You can't impersonate him." Just a solid shrug.
You watch as your eyes go up and then back down.
Okay. Well, then,
He like
I
bites me a little bit.
whisper in your ear, just be ready for a fight. And I scamper back down her leg.
Okay.
And I
Always.
I sit behind him. And yeah, I ratatouille right up the leg of his pants. I get in his pants.
Because
And I
this
just
man
start,
ain't panicked.
I start rummaging and seeing how much I can
But I
panic.
like
him.
So as he's
him.
talking, and this one is. Oh my god! And
What's
he
wrong?
starts
I gotta make
making
him
like
panic
hopping
like
around
crazy.
and skipping.
What's
What-
wrong?
What
What
do you?
happened?
What did you say you're doing?
I'm just trying to make him panic. I'm just
Okay,
a rat
yeah,
running
yeah.
or a mouse running around in
Yeah.
his pants.
He just starts taking off and like he just begins ripping his pants off. He's, oh my god!
So what happened?
There's something in my pants.
What the hell?
And he just.
You okay? You alright?
There's something on my pants that I need you to
I'm
see.
doing my best.
What are you doing?
I'm doing my best.
You're not doing what I asked.
It's like meanwhile back in the ballroom.
What the fuck?
Oh, I am ready for a fight.
Something's wrong
Just
with
clock him. Knock
the
him out.
commode.
Oh, I'm supposed to
Forget
fight
what
my
you said.
friend? He was so nice!
Just.
Wait, why didn't we just go and fight the one
And he
seller
just
in the
begins
first
taking
place?
off his pants, and at this point he's now into his undergarments, so from the waist down. I'm so sorry, Dad. Please, I wet your eyes.
And so this just lost ass tries to find her way back to the kitchen and
What
ends
are
up
you
down
doing?
the tunnel. In the tunnel.
You are useless! Why didn't you clock him?
Why did we just go?
He was
We
so
could have
nice
gotten
to
his
me.
clothes. I could have.
He was so nice to me. Why would I
Okay.
We're doing great.
Mr.
Mouse-
You gain a point of inspiration. This is
Do you do free reroll?
yeah. So you basically
This number goes to 1.
for role playing in a way that is with your character and not for the benefit of like the game. You get an inspiration that you can re-roll any d20 roll. After like one time.
Yeah.
So
So
yes. All right. So
For you.
at this point, we were back during this chaos.
try and like back in the ballroom where everything's like nice and serene.
Yeah.
Look, I at least got into the freaking wine cellar.
I'm like
All
trying
So
to
we're fine.
get a guard to like
What
come
those? Why
over
don't
and
we
act like it's
sit
really
down
like
there and,
urgent.
like-
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
yes, please.
I have stealth.
I'm
stuff.
assuming you're flagging the mail so you can.
Yeah, just
okay.
yeah.
So
I can hide
excuse me.
easily.
I don't mean to bother you. I don't want to cause any alarm. I think something's wrong with the commode. I don't. If you could just. I'm
Wonderful.
so sorry. If you could
Wonderful.
Please just take a look. I'm just
These
again,
servants
so
are very
sorry.
snippy.
And
So sorry.
okay.
They're better.
I need.
Get him into the room,
Yeah, you-
and I close the door and I cast charm person.
Okay.
Fucking hell!
That is a 4.
Thank
As you
you.
watch his eyes begin glowing.
Jesus Christ.
And where is this problem?
Oh,
sir?
I'm so sorry. I must have been imagining it. Oh, I thank you
Beat
so
him
much
over the head.
for coming in here
It
and
must have disappeared.
and
The
for
random
responding
tag.
so
It's gone
quickly.
now.
Stop talking. For responding so quickly. Your expediency on the matter is very much appreciated. I was wondering, now that that debacle has been taken care of, I was wondering if you could take him to the wine cellar.
What?
But he doesn't know that you're still already.
No, I know, but like,
That's
can you
still part of the
imagine-
plan.
No, I know, but can you imagine being pulled into a bathroom, told that there was a problem, and
Well,
then
he's
Well,
charmed.
He's charmed.
well,
He's charmed.
can you go to the Can you go to the wine cellar with me? Yeah.
Yes,
right.
pretty much
So
all charmed
just
liver
make
is
a
magic.
persuasion
No, I know,
check
but
with
it's still
advantage.
stupid.
I'm surprised you didn't hit on him to go make out in the wine
22.
cellar.
22. Sure, come with me.
Thank you so much.
And he leads you into the kitchen, opens the cellar doors, where you immediately hear a frantic panicking of some man's voice in the background.
I just
Am I still in his underwear? I don't want to see this anymore. I wanna
And he's
get
still
out.
in his underwear. At this point,
I
as you're
like
walking,
I like pull the man in and close the doors as quick as possible.
So,
like
as you're walking to leave, you see Kelistar and some random servant man walk in, get pulled in, and close the door behind them.
And so now I'm in the wine cellar with
With-
some dude with no pants on.
And them as well.
And the gang's
And
all here.
What a fucking predicament that
Wait,
we're
when
in.
did they get there?
So Mouse.
It
was happening like
it's Kelistar and a servant, and then you and the pantsless guy.
So
She's like,
Mouse Tog is gonna try and escape the underwear
Mouse Tog.
and get on top of the kegs as quick as possible. Just start doing mouse shit, like just get out of
Easy
it.
if I see it, I distract like the servant.
And I'm gonna keep my eyes on the butler and watch him in his shade.
And at which point I run up to the guy who's like, the bartender guy who's like,
the panicky dude without
Sir,
pants.
sir, are you okay?
No, there's something. I don't know where it is now, but
Sir, please calm down.
I'm just bright red in the
It's
corner.
okay. It's okay. And I like pat him on the back. It's okay.
He starts walking towards his pants that are on the ground now.
And I like kind of help him on that.
You grab his pants for him.
Well, I like
You
kick
help
him
him
up.
into his pants,
Right.
yeah.
I think
What are you
you're
doing
a
the
big
best
boy.
with your mom? Yeah.
How it must have just been one of the a mice or a mouse that was down in the area. Look, you go
Must
back
have been
up,
a mouse in the
back to the
area.
bar. We'll just all act like this never happened.
That
I'm
is
so sorry.
Make a persuasion.
such a weird way to phrase that.
25.
Yes, I just need to get back to work. Let me first put in my shoes.
Did you grab your shoes?
Yeah, he'd take off his pants. He had to like kick them off.
You telling me I
ruined this
I could steal the
He
shoes?
could have.
You should have.
And then he begins
You
walking.
should have let me
Gives a
know.
nod to the other servant and just continues walking.
I go back to my charmed friend and I say, well, wasn't that exciting? I was wondering, I hear there's a rather fantastic vintage right in the back. Would you be willing to show me?
Sure.
At this
And
point, Mouse Tog, seeing that things are progressing, I nudge Cora and I start going down the ladder. Pretty much ready to
Yeah, boy.
bring him to. I like half lead, half make him feel like he's leading to the area where that door is, and then once we're there,
I follow my bartender.
I like hold up. Okay. So you're following your bartender out. Okay. And then once
I'm
he's
not
there,
going
like
with him to the bar, but I'm just
right
leaving
next to
him.
the thing, I'm going to like start having a conversation until I feel like these two are close enough. Like I'm just going to I'm gonna have to go a little bit on faith and assume that they're outside the door. I'm just gonna like hold up like behind my head like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna like
What were we supposed to do with that?
open the door that he's like standing next to and like drag him in.
How can we? I'm really confused.
What are you implying that we're seeing here?
Right,
That
so
the door flies open and he comes in. I'm just hoping that you guys are there to help me deal with him.
Well,
The
who are you
countdown.
holding the countdown for?
The servant.
You guys, so that you know that it's
Oh,
happening.
how would we see this?
Montag.
Montag is over in another corner of the room.
Oh,
and
well,
I'm
then
just
he also
I'm on the
Well,
ladder
in which
right
case-
now.
in which
you
case-
would have no idea if I'm watching. I'm on the ladder right now.
Well, I knew
and
Montag was in the room. I just thought I would like. My assumption is Montag would
Anyway,
see me and follow
what I'm
me.
saying is, you do your thing. You couldn't have known we weren't watching, but we're definitely not watching.
Okay, that's the thing. It's my assumption is that you're watching. And at which point I pull him into the room and I
As we're climbing down the
I'm
ladder
sorry,
to the
I'm
room.
not-
I think
I don't know if I misled you, but
I think
and
it must have been a weak hinge on the door. I'm so sorry. Let's.
Is this the same room with the ladder?
This is so how it works is there's the shed and then there's a trapdoor into a short walk into a door into the cellar into the kitchen.
Okay. Are we at the bottom of the ladder yet?
Yes.
I start walking towards. I take the short walk.
and
walk
I just
towards-
like.
Do I see them yet?
I like.
Yes. You see them. They're on the other side, like the same side of the door as you are at this point.
Okay.
Like,
I take my small knife out of my sleeve
Okay.
and I just keep walking towards them.
I like. Do I see you?
Do you see me?
I mean,
Uh,
I'm looking over there.
Yeah. You're not being stealthy. You're kind of.
And I'm just like
expecting them anyway.
just hold up a hand for a little, like just like hold on just a little
I
bit more
kind
time.
of palm the knife.
And I'm so sorry. I think it must have been an awkward
One second.
situation at the door.
You aren't supposed to be here anymore.
Oh no, they're friends of mine actually.
They're not supposed to be here.
I don't worry. It'll be totally fine if you'll just and I'm gonna cast hold person.
Okay.
So he needs to make
Is he
a.
not charmed anymore?
He's
totally
still charmed, but
I need
But
only
charmed
with
people don't
wisdom
just go
save.
along with things. They're just
It
more
is
likely
a
to
17.
like you.
Really? Yeah. Shit. Yeah. He is not paralyzed, but he is still charmed.
okay.
Um.
I don't think you should be casting magic. I don't think that's allowed, sir.
Question.
Sir.
And you're not supposed to be here. Yeah.
Would you say hold person counts as harmful?
It's pretty malignant.
The reason that I ask is it says charm
Yeah.
person says it ends if you or your companions do anything that is harmful. So-
I would say that it's not because you don't
Do
harm
it.
them.
That's-
he
that's
didn't
exactly-
get harmed.
That's what I was thinking. All right. At which
I
point?
guess we're gonna have to knock them out.
Yeah.
Unless there's rope in the shed.
At which point, yeah, I motion for you guys to come in and just.
Anyway, as I
knock 'em
walk
out.
up,
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we just.
I take the pommel of the knife, the small knife that I had, and I just bash it into his temple.
I do the same thing with my dagger.
Make an attack roll.
At the same time?
Oh my god.
Well, you should probably help.
Wait, what was it?
Make
You're
an
knocking him
attack
out.
roll.
You're not killing him.
Yeah, I know,
guess that's
right?
fair.
I don't know why you try something.
I know, thank you.
I got like a 4. I got a.
got-
There's no attack bonus on the small knife, I assume.
It's
I guess +2 like the dagger.
It would, okay, so for a dagger, it's what you roll plus your dexterity modifier, and if you're proficient in daggers, then plus your proficiency bonus.
Right. Okay.
20.
Then yeah, I got a 6.
Can I be hiding
Right.
dagger?
So you roll
Did
damage
you?
1d4, like dagger
Did I need
damage,
to, like,
but it's not
inform
lethal.
him on that?
We were both doing that. Yeah.
6 points
Oh.
of damage.
6 points, okay.
Never mind.
So as you clock him in the head, he's
I have
he
my
falls
short
to his
sword
knee
in
on the
shed.
ground.
I did say that.
I do it again.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. With advantage because he's now prone technically.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, so go ahead and roll damage again.
6.
Alright. This time, just poof, as his face hits the ground.
That could have gone so much smoother. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Fine. It's fine. Hi, nice to see you. Glad we could be here. Let's bring him into the
When I
shop.
went back to the bar, and I went to the other bar on the other side.
Okay.
And started chatting up that
Alright.
bartender
Yeah,
over
this-
wine.
This is
I have a new glass.
okay.
I throw him over my shoulder and we get him up into the shed.
Do a little pulley system. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then-
yeah,
Do we? I want to look around and see if there's any rope in the shed or any binding tools that we could use.
It's
a tool shed.
You have. Oh, I guess you wouldn't. Yeah. So as you look in, you do manage to find rope. There's like
Then
some
tie him
gardening
up.
Before we tie him up, I switch clothing.
Okay.
Well, I put on his clothing.
Okay.
I fold mine and put it off in the
Leave
corner in
him
case I want it.
naked.
In case I want to use it later.
So he's too embarrassed. To call for
I'll
help,
put it.
huh?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't have like a bag, no.
You
All
could have like a small satchel if you wanted it, but not like you don't have like a adventuring backpack.
But like I couldn't. Could I put my clothing in there?
No, nothing big enough for.
Do I see any spare scraps of cloth lying around? Small
There's
piece
like
of cloth?
burlap sacks you could get it off of.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a small strip of burlap and rip it apart with my knife and create a gag.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
easy
nice.
enough. You gag him, and he's still unconscious, just slightly bleeding.
You should wake up with 1 to 4 hours, depending. That being said, I put the clothing on, and I switch up my like facial features to match his a little bit with what I can do in the time frame.
Okay. Make another disguise check.
15.
Okay. It's not terrible. I mean, it's a quick hack job, but
Yeah,
it's
I know.
not. It's
people are
patchable.
gonna be paying me much attention.
Yeah. And
I'll walk with my head down, and at which point I take pretty much anything that I can find off of him, any pieces of paper, anything that would mark anything important.
okay. Importance-wise, he doesn't have much on him. He has his like a small amount of change in his pockets.
Okay.
About roughly 1 gold, but nothing significant.
All right, and then I turn to them. Well then, shall we head inside?
I believe we shall.
All right. And I
As I
take him back
re-affix the
down.
plague doctor mask and look mighty scary.
Okay.
I don't have my mask on anymore, and I bring them back up to out of the wine cellar.
Okay.
And just kind of quickly, nonchalantly, kind of thrust them out into the party scene.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
So as you guys leave the cellar area, you notice that a lot of the chatter has gone quiet, and everyone seems to be facing in one
I
direction.
thought you don't like us.
No, seems to be facing towards the stage. And as you see, the man in the gold mask and the woman in the golden mask appear to have taken a forefront position on this stage and are now sort of standing up high and looking like they're ready to speak. The man in the golden mask speaks up and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all dearly for coming tonight. As many of you know, our business has done wondrous things for the betterment of Pearl Fair. We hope to continue our progress unabated in the field of medicinal magics and alchemy. But tonight, we celebrate a hero. We celebrate the well-being of our brilliant alchemist, Duran Kona." And you watch as a Vimris motions to his side. You see a man of medium height and short black hair. He
Damn.
wears a golden plague doctor mask, similar to yours. The mouth comes and forms a long beak-like point, and the mask appears to only have one eye on the right side. Duran slowly, with a black and silver cane, begins walking slowly, hobbling towards the center. And he takes position next to Vimris and says, Yes, thank you all. It is true that I have made great progress in my research, and I have made a decent recovery in my well-being. Unfortunately, we have come into a bit of a predicament as my laboratory was compromised. A band of petty thieves assaulted me and took an item of great importance to our work. Fortuitously, we are closing in on their location. And with the help of the funds raised tonight, we can be rid of this annoyance and continue our pursuance of knowledge. And Vimris steps in front of him and says, Thank you, Duran. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And raises a glass.
Yeah,
and everyone
but
does so
it
as
seems
well.
like I raised my glass. It seems like they probably sprung him from jail. They don't seem too weak to do that.
And the chatter.
As I
picks
look
back
to my
up.
party members, my bad.
And you
Should've
see,
killed
you
him.
watch as they begin going into one of the side doors that leads
I
off the stage.
nod to these two, and I head back, and I just like into the kitchen and grab like a platter of something or another, and I just start walking around, and I'm like listening for conversations that I think would give me important information.
Okay.
I kind of leave that to you.
I personally go see if the door that they walk through is guarded or whatever, and I try and follow them through it.
Okay. Alright, so you, when you're servant's uniform, nobody pays you second attention. You go through, begin walking, make a perception check. 15. Okay. You, however, as you walk up to the stage, you see that the gate or the door is not guarded.
Not guarded? I just casually grab a drink off a nearby platter and start walking through.
Okay. So,
Realizing now that a plague doctor mask definitely covers the mouth, so I just have a drink.
and what are you two doing at this point?
Me? I'm
Yes.
still my bartender. I haven't seen or heard from them,
Okay.
so I don't know if they could be dead. I don't know.
Okay.
That does remind me.
Can I
I
follow
will
with
make
you?
my way over to
course.
where Vistra is.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
I'm going with Martha's.
What this? Okay. And, okay, I would say you make your way over to Vistra with your servant's platter. It's a rather large room to walk
And
across.
I lower to her. Hello, madam. Would you like an hors d'oeuvre?
I'm alright, thanks.
And and then as I turn to leave, I say like I'll use message like really covertly and say Morthos and Cora are in.
Okay. Let me see one thing.
What are you checking for? It's verbal somatic.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
But I'm a servant.
With disadvantage because you have a platter.
You're casting
Why you
magic.
just-
Perfect.
21.
21. Okay.
Anyway.
There's a lot of people terrified. So you managed to cast your message spell, and what would you like to say to her?
I say Morthos and Cora are in.
Okay.
Keep doing what you
Was
do.
that worth the risk?
Okay.
So, you two.
K, just like the K dot, you know?
As
He's
you
my favorite rapper.
enter into this secondary room, you see what appears to be very opposite from the silver and black of the previous room. This one appears to be lots of reds and golds, warm and dark brown woods. You see, this is the VIP / lounge area that you guys had been in before as you were patrolling the Crystal Palace earlier. However, you see in the center of this room is a large wooden round table with 4 chairs on the corners.
4 people sitting.
And you see across from you a long bar with all sorts of different drinks. And you see one bartender just sort of wiping down the table, just very pointedly not listening to whatever conversation is going on in the room.
I just quickly hand Cora my drink and I stride up to the bartender and I say, "Give me your favorites."
And so, as you look into this room, you do see the 3 individuals: the
I
golden masked
pay them
male,
no mind
the
whatsoever.
female, and the other male. This time, unmasked.
I barely even look at them. I don't want to act suspicious.
They all look at you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you walked into the VIP
And
lounge.
also, next to the bar, a familiar 10-foot high beast of a
Oh, wouldn't
armored
be familiar to
individual with the maul in the dragon-shaped helmet.
I say to the bartender, still not looking at them, perhaps your favorite brew?
The room is entirely silent, but for
I
you.
now
And the
look
bartender
around.
just gives you a wide-eyed, like, what the hell have you just gotten yourself into stare.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Was this a private area? I'll return to the party. Mind me none. And I walk back down the stairs as quick as I can.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Literally a child saying I'm sorry with more words.
And you... Okay, let me...
You make it 2 steps before the mall falls.
I just knocked back the drink.
What is your outfit
Hand
again?
it to me.
I
The
am
plague doctor?
full, a plague doctor's mask with a hood on, a full black robe with silver lining. So no part of me is visible, really.
Your hands.
Stop that.
Okay.
I told you to wear the
wearing
gloves I
gloves.
stole. No.
No, because
He
I
gave
gave
them
you your
back
gloves
to
back.
you.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't get
My
your
red
gloves?
hands are visible, but if they're mad about tieflings, then they're racist.
not how that works.
So you begin making your way out as quickly as possible, not saying a word, not looking at, making eye contact, just walking back to Cora towards the door. As you get to the door, are you leaving?
Oh, I'm leaving. I'm out.
Yeah.
So you two
We
just
owie.
out.
And
And back into
I
the
go
thoroughfare.
find my companions and I stop shitting myself.
I'm just sitting there like
No, it's
serving
just
people,
continuing to
getting
disclose.
information.
He went away. I'm still with the bartender. Like,
Yeah, no,
we're now in a little group.
I take
like, there's
the
a couple
drink.
other people who have
So
joined
sorry.
us. Like,
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
and we're in a
God.
social circle at this point.
I knocked it back at that point.
I go find Kalistar and
Man,
hope that
I
he has a
sure
platter
am
of
glad
drinks.
that my friends are all doing something that's not stupid, like walking into the VIP. Oh, hi, Morthos.
Hi, and then I take 2 glasses of wine off his platter, lift the mask, and take them both down. Because I ain't ready for this.
I'm like, we're balling out here.
So you're doing well.
I take
I lean
to
in and I say,
high life
we're all in
well.
the VIP lounge with with some horrifying monster of a man
A 10-foot tall, gray plague dragon mask.
holding a club bigger than most
Yes.
humans. Yes.
We saw one on the way in.
Well, I walked in thinking it was a more open endeavor, and they looked like they were about to kill me with their eyes.
So you walked
It
in
was
and then
quite
immediately just
terrifying.
walked out.
I
Found out
walked
you were
in,
sick, right?
wanted to get a drink, realized where I was, and left. They didn't attack me.
Yeah, you just like you walked in, saw what was going on, and then immediately left. Right? There was no.
I think
you didn't walk
I
in.
think given that they are
you didn't
alone in the room,
talk to
save for the
anybody.
large man, I did not talk to a
At this
single
point,
person.
Feel
Gosh,
a
Rob.
hand on you.
God damn it!
As I turn and say, "How do you do?"
You see
Cold
the golden crown-wearing mask of one of the
Wait,
individuals.
someone tapped him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
So this is the
This is
man.
the
not
man
the
that was
woman.
speaking.
Got it. And I say, I saw your speech. Very lovely.
And he... Actually, I don't want to knock over this.
Not the
This guy's
pizza.
right.
I need you,
Oh,
as
no.
he looks at you and raises his mask, makes eye contact with you. I need you to make
No.
a wisdom saving throw.
Easy money. That's an 18.
Oh.
An 18?
Yeah.
Easy money. He smirks.
So,
As I fail anyway.
you feel something in the back of your mind, this looming sort of sense of compulsion. And it's very foreign to you, and you are confused, but you immediately know to fight this off. And you shrug it off, and
Too much time with the book.
you feel this weird sensation. However, nothing seems different other than this just off-putting feeling.
And I look at him through the mask, hopefully that he can see my eyes, and I just wink at him. A very aggressive, knowing wink. And I stare him down.
I grab Morthos's shoulder as the servant. I say, "Sir, I think you have had too much to drink. Do you want me to go ahead and take him out of here?"
I will.
I
take
brush off the servant and I say, I think I've had exactly enough. Now that's speech. I am wondering,
I walk away.
what
walk
business do you happen to be in? I received my invitation, but I wasn't exactly sure of your business acumen.
Well, I'd love to tell you all about it if you would come with me.
I'd love to hear about it here. You see, I'm with my friends, and I do have a guest waiting on me.
Well, tell them to come with us. Why don't you gather them? It seems that this is a very poor place for conversation, and you seem rather interested in what we had in back. The drinks?
You seem rather interested in me. I'd wonder why, but I think I know. Give me a moment. I'll meet you in the same place.
Sure.
As I go to my
It's a long shot, I know. Did I notice anything about the way that he looked at Morthos?
did I? I mean, I was the one being
Make
looked
it
at.
until
It was clearly magical. Like I knew it was magical on contact, correct?
You knew that
Anthony
something. It was
knows.
not just a normal gaze.
There was
Like,
not
it
a normal
something
gaze.
Strange.
15.
Nothing.
God.
You didn't.
Well, I mean, I
How
do.
you know?
I am very experienced in arcane.
Oh, so
Can I roll to see if I knew what he was doing?
It's just something I
Make
know.
a general intelligence check.
General intelligence. Oh, baby, that's a 24.
24.
Would you like me to roll Arcana? Because I have plus 10 in that. Because my
So,
proficiency bonuses in
You
Arcana,
know
History, and other
that
things
was
are doubled.
definitely.
Curse, okay.
Alright, so you know that feeling was definitely not natural. Something arcane or something otherworldly happened. You know that there are very certain creatures that have some sort of ability like that, and you're not exactly sure, but you have an idea that this is some powerful creature that just tried to do something to you.
Creature.
Yes. Some sort.
Oh, wow.
I walk up. I like put my tray back in the kitchen and like walk around. And
I go as
And
quick
I-
as I can. Cora, were you nearby when this happened?
Yeah.
So I go to you and I say, oh my god, okay. We either need to run, or we need to go up to that VIP lounge as a group. And he definitely wants us to come up there, and we're definitely going to get into a fight.
I say we go.
Do you have your daggers in the shed?
Yes.
We need to get the rest then. As I scan the room for Vistra and Calistar.
I'm walking towards him.
Then I flag down Calistar. Barkeep!
Oh yeah, yes. And I start like wiping down.
They
the
want
bar.
they want us to meet them in the VIP room.
That is the
He's going
worst
to try
idea
to
that
kill
I
us.
have ever heard.
The four of us.
No,
Yes.
no.
What other choice do we have?
Thing.
Leaving out the gate with the guards.
Look, if he knows that we're here, he's unconcerned about our numbers. He has not one, but apparently two of those large guards, strong enough to do whatever, and whatever he seems confident enough to be able to do to you, we are not in the advantageous position.
Well, then your plan is to escape through the shed. Personally, I say we take this head on. It's for the greater good, and you know it. Whatever they're
It
doing.
doesn't matter if it's for the greater good if we die.
We should consult Vistra. It's a group choice. As I look around, do I see her?
Yeah, she's just chatting up a bartender.
I walk over to her and I just grab her by the arm.
Excuse me.
Bring her back over.
I mean, I'm also working at the same bar. Like, there's like, it's like a multi.
There's bars everywhere.
Yeah, there's like two large bars on either side of them.
I'm
I
just
started
like
with one,
working,
made a friend, to the next one, made
just
another
working on
friend.
my cocktail practicing.
As I
Was
bring her
violently
over.
grabbed.
You were violently grabbed because the man in the gold mask just asked me and any of my friends, after attempting to use magic on me, to come up to the VIP area.
Wait, are you like right next to me?
Yeah, we're all back together. We're in a group.
What sort of magic?
If I knew, I would be more specific. However, I felt something trying to invade my mind when he looked at me, and I resisted. And he knew this, and I knew he knew this because I winked at him, because I'm an idiot. So,
He knows
I
that.
also again hesitate to ask. Would I know of any specific entities that can?
we know you do.
I know. I'm asking this Calistar. Can Calistar attempt to learn if he knows of
He
any
would
creatures that can help?
recognize
Make a history
Morthos,
check.
correct?
Theoretically, but when he saw
yes.
him, he was all dolled up in the mask and hood.
But the hands. Could he possibly know?
I mean, maybe.
There are no tieflings in any of these areas.
There might be like
He
8.
might not have put it together. He might have
Oh,
thought they
he-
were gloves.
There's. We can't make the assumption that we have any advantage on him.
I won't go unarmed.
And that's the thing. So here are our issues. You're not armed, and you're barely armed.
We can go get their weapons. They're in the shed.
And walk through the ballroom with a great axe strapped to her back.
I have a large robe. We can do our best to conceal it.
We managed to carry a
We
man's
have
body through the tower.
No
I think it would be
idea
okay.
what's going to happen in there. We have no idea what they're capable of. We have no idea what sort of.
How do you suggest we
creatures
get information? Say we run right now.
We
I
doubt it.
hadn't gotten that far yet.
Because we are in the position to where they already know we are here. We cannot just walk around getting more information anymore because they are aware of our position.
Reasonably, they
Or at
might have
least
already
one
alerted the
knows.
staff. Let's say we try to leave. They will follow, and then we are fighting them in the streets as opposed to in an enclosed area. Our best bet is in an enclosed area
least
with
then you can
no
use magic.
police. That way we can fight them on our own terms. If we fight them out in the open, they have the advantage
Yes, but
of
we
the
do
guards
not
they've
know
clearly
how
already
many
bought.
people we would be fighting.
In this enclosed area.
We know exactly how many people we'd be fighting.
Really?
Four.
There's
The three
an
of them
entire
plus the guard.
VIP room full of people.
It wasn't full of people, it was just
It
the
was
three of
not.
them and the guard.
It can.
You
And
walk
the
into
bartender.
a room
It
with
can be full
4
of people.
people?
Yes.
I wasn't looking. I was looking straight at the bar because I was trying to be confident.
You were there.
It can be.
I am intelligent.
I totally thought there were more people than that.
No,
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
gonna
lie.
say,
I guess I wasn't
read
paying
the table
attention.
What you must
Bartender,
understand is I am
bartender,
intelligent. I'm not
bartender.
wise.
Just because there are 4 people in the room at that very moment doesn't mean there can't be more people in the room.
What
Take
what
at
is
least
And
10.
I
Wait,
understand
whoa,
that I'm
whoa,
talking.
Are you sure about that?
I'm talking in circles because I haven't arrived at a feasible plan
Are you
that
drunk?
Tell
works
us that.
better than
I'm
not.
with you.
That works better than walking
Thank
in.
you.
There.
Tell us
Only with the
stuff.
axe.
Now is the time to act.
And bye.
We either A, walk in, realize we're outmatched, and run, or we B, run before knowing whether or not we could do something.
I'd
like to make a persuasion
I
check.
reach behind and grab like a random bottle, and I put a cup.
Sir,
You should have got 4 of them.
Sir.
4 shots.
All right, we're doing it. I like go to throw the bottle and like set it down, and then I walk out from behind the bar. Come on, I'll give you one of the
Sorry.
Let's go get our stuff, yeah.
okay, so what's the plan?
The plan is to go back to the shed to get her axe and her daggers,
To my
and
rapier.
then we're gonna
I
go
have
to
a
that
short
VIP
sword,
lounge
too.
and short sword.
I put my rapier in there.
Okay. Yeah,
I have my
assume-
book on me,
Yeah.
so
So it just has like our weapons.
Yeah, it just has our gear.
Right, so you guys make your way back down.
And my bow.
Being led.
My axe.
Yeah, I know, right? You have my bow.
And my axe.
Yeah. So you guys being led by the servant guys, Kellistar,
Oh my
you guys make your way
God.
down into the
Why
cellar
did I
once
have
more,
that?
going through this wine cellar, down through the tunnel, up the trapdoor into the shed, where you're able to retrieve your weapons.
Is the guy still unconscious?
The guy is still unconscious.
I grab our stuff and I like kneel next to him, and so I'm gonna prince it in a Wesley to Fezzik style. I apologize for what we had to do, but just know that it is for a good cause. I like.
Knock him out again.
No, he's unconscious already, and I
Oh,
like
he's still
give him an
unconscious.
awkward like gentle face pat, and I walk out. He wakes up.
Guys.
Yeah. I walk out, and I make sure we're all like all 4 of us together outside of the wine cellar, like before we walk in. So, what exactly is the plan for walking from the kitchen to the VIP room without being noticed?
are my robes large enough to hold the great axe if I were to hold it upside down? Like tuck the staff into my belt and then have the actual axe?
You would be really awkward to walk with, but you think you could pull it off. You think it's possible.
I carried a body through the streets. We got this.
That is true.
I'm trying to think if it's worth using major image to try and do this somehow.
Yeah, I'm not wasting another third level spell.
I've only got 2. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna take as much time as it needs to get this as comfortable and as cleanly hidden as possible under my robe so I can get it up to the VIP lounge for her.
Okay. I make a sleight of hand check.
I go into a
Or
rage.
just general
with the
stealth,
dress.
rather.
No, don't do this to me. I'm not good at those. That's a 6.
I mean,
Six.
we see this.
Can I take
Totally
20? Because
visible.
I'm gonna keep doing this until it's right.
Right, so you get it about where you think it's comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we?
Yeah, it, like, standing still, it's fine.
Okay.
And from right now, it's fine. It's fine.
We're gonna
It's
see
fine.
it when he walks, damn
It's
it!
fine.
It's fine.
Let me just turn off the lights.
In the whole
A
ballroom?
distraction.
Yeah.
Some kind of distraction so we can sneak past.
I have thaumaturgy, but I'd get caught using it.
We didn't get caught using any spell.
Your mage hand is invisible, is it not?
Well,
Yes.
Perhaps if you cast your mage hand
Thanks.
here and now, you can take it out with us, and the moment we enter the ballroom, you start slapping around trays and an absolute calamity, which can't be traced back to you because you've already cast the spell.
Yo.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
There's also, if that fails,
Can't I just turn off the lights though?
it's
Use
not like
my
there's a
mage-
light switch.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
You'd have to go to
You
each
don't know.
torch and like.
It's the magic lights that don't go out.
Oh.
But also, I'm dressed as a servant, so no one pays attention to me. I could cause a distraction. But then I
Yeah,
get
we can
kicked
just do
out.
the mage hand.
I like
Yeah,
the
it's
mage
probably
hand.
even better.
Alright, everyone. Good luck. I believe in you all.
All right.
We set
So,
up
making your
to
way
our doom.
through
Downtown.
the ballroom, all
Can we
the
touch
way
these things,
across
actually?
this
Walking
marble
slow, 'cause I don't
tile
want this thing in
floor,
my keister.
axe strung along the back of your robe.
I'm like standing like behind him, like
Walking
totally,
confidently.
like just
As
like trying to like. Hey,
You
how's
begin
it
to
going?
take your first few steps. You feel the axe begin to wiggle and bump into your ankles, and it's very visible. And you kind of go up behind him, make
Yeah,
a sleight of
just-
hand check.
To just shove your hand up the back of my robe and fix it.
It's 19.
19. All right. You kind of catch it, put his hand along the edge of his back, just sort of guiding him while also maintaining the axe's composure.
As we're like 20 feet out from the door, I nudge Cora. How far? What's the range on mage hand? 30 feet.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, we didn't even need the distraction. The distraction was to stop people from seeing the axe. We can just
Oh.
go up now.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
As you begin making your
She
way
tips
to
one
the
time.
entrance to this
Yeah,
lounge
I
area, you
tipped
now
it.
see two sentry guards have been placed on either side of the door.
We smile confidently.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They know we're coming.
Yeah,
So
they
they
know
know
we're coming.
the sentry guards know we're coming.
Yeah.
Well, it knows you're coming. And we can assume that he said whoever you want to bring, so he's going to let you and everybody else know.
I just walk up to the sentries and say, we're expected.
They don't say a word. They just stare straight
Walk
at
in.
you.
I walk in. And I hope my team follows.
Yeah, of course we follow you.
I take
Follow
a
you.
very deep breath. And I walk
Oh
in
shit.
last.
Oh shit.
Of course we get fight music.
Oh,
Of
my
course.
heart's accelerating,
Dang.
guys.
The
I'm scared.
moment, hold on. The moment we get past the doorway and we are out of the actual party area and we're in the hallway, I take the axe out and hand it to Vistra. She's ready for a fight. I don't care if we're fucking showing our hand.
Where is it? Oh, here it is.
It's my +1 great axe.
You are the best.
Good shit.
In my head, it's like the scene from Incredibles where Dash is in the water and he's like, "We're dead! We're dead!
We're alive,
survived, but we're dead!"
And that's just me. And they're
This is
like,
new for me.
It's a little bummer.
Ooh, techno music. Okay.
So-
I hand her great axe and
I start
I'm
stripping.
walking first, I suppose. So I start walking into the room.
Alright, you walk into the room, and you see, standing before you, 4 individuals. The barkeep, supposedly, that you have seen earlier, is not in the room.
Oh,
You
it's
see-
like my barkeep friend is here to kill us. Babe!
I knew you should have knocked him out.
Unmasked, you see the forms of these individuals. You see the man with long, dark hair that goes past his shoulders. You see elven ears on him and a pencil mustache with a light goatee on his face, on his chin. You see the woman in her black dress with golden curls that fall down to her shoulders, framing her face. Gorgeous. And you see this alchemist, the same bandaged face covering the left eye, the spectacles covering and broken on shattered one side, still clutching his cane. And you see the large armored figure with dark gray and trimmed steel, with his large stone maul to his side, standing at least 10 feet tall with a dragon-shaped mask, stand before you. And as you walk through the room, the last one of you, one of the sentry guards on the outside closes the door.
Are they in the room as well, or
Yes,
do they just close the
they're all standing in front
The
of you.
sentry guards?
It's an absolute
The
pleasure.
sentry guards are outside. They remain.
yeah, they didn't come in. They just closed the door behind us.
In this gold and velvet red room, you stand before them.
It's an absolute pleasure to be at your summons. What can we do for you?
So we meet again, and he looks into your eyes. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Why? Why are you like this? Oh man, that's a 13.
Okay. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm fucked.
One second.
Nah, he's whispering. He knows what's happening somehow. From DMing.
Yeah, no, he knows the monster, what this guy is. That's
Nope.
his little metagame knowledge.
Really?
Yeah, I had to double check. I had to triple check.
Wow.
Yeah.
good.
So, you know, as you gaze into his eyes, you see not this strange dark figure before you, but your friend, your companion. You've known him for quite a while, and you trust him. Now, I believe you have something of ours. Would you please return it, friend?
Why didn't we hide it before we came?
What were you referring to? Yeah, the key. Oh, the key! As I pull out the key from my pocket that I had forged.
It's no.
So I guess because he used the friend spell, I assume that's what it is. I can't really be
It's
deceived.
something entirely different.
Well, so I feel like this guy's my friend.
Yes, you know that he's your friend. And
No,
you
as in-
Are you referring to the, the scroll?
Yeah, he is your friend before arms.
You know that you would protect this person with your life.
Yeah, I believe I think I have the scroll with me. I pat down my
Yes.
side, and I don't feel it.
You don't have it? I thought you said you had it on your person.
Didn't I say I stored it back in the room?
Did you say that?
If I didn't say it, here's the
Okay,
thing, I
alright,
meant to
but-
say it, but if I didn't say it,
Yeah.
then I think I should have to have it.
Okay, she heard it, and I didn't, so
Yeah? Okay, cool.
I believe.
Anyway, but yeah, I pat down my side where it should have been. The scroll! I must have left it.
You see
I'm
his
sorry.
fist clench.
Is something wrong?
Would you be so kind as to take me to it?
Yeah, I think I know where I left it.
Actually,
This doesn't seem like a smart idea.
and the woman walks forward and touches your shoulder, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is going well.
I never did it before you.
Do not be seduced. Clearly, this is an incubus.
18.
Okay.
I have no bonus.
So, you feel a strange presence in the back of your head. A foreign one, and you surmise that this is probably what Morthos was talking about, and you say no, and you shrug it off, not having an effect.
I turn away and I make sure to avoid eye contact.
As you pull away, the woman flashes you a devilish grin, and her eyes flare red.
I apologize, Halan. I don't believe that that's going to be very necessary.
And she looks over.
You out seducing
I've
the
been
seductress right now?
I'm very much very deliberately not making eye contact with anybody, and I also say don't make eye contact.
In a message or out loud?
No, out loud.
Very well. Morthos,
Yes.
would you be so kind as to go and retrieve the scroll while your friends and I wait here?
But I'm gonna go
No.
get this.
She literally grabs it.
I try to shrug her off.
Good luck.
Make contested athletics checks, or you have to do athletics. You can do either athletics or acrobatics.
I think they're the same for me. Yeah.
Athletics is better.
No, acrobatics is better for me.
As long as I can actually roll
So
dice.
we can't convince him otherwise than
No.
to just listen to the words that we say.
You're not sure. You're trying. It doesn't seem to be happening. Any
I mean, okay, so this is out of game and all,
19.
but Anthony, didn't you take counterspell? Can't you do something
No,
with
not
this?
until next level.
Fuck me.
It's
I
not
got a
spell.
16.
19.
19. And
Off
what,
me.
what did you roll?
16.
16. Okay, so yeah, as you
You're
begin
going
to
nowhere.
turn, you are held in place by Vistra,
Nice, thank you,
and
Vistra.
you need to get the scroll.
Morthos will not be going anywhere.
I
say
You
to
about to fight me right now?
Vimrus. Drop it, Vimrus.
I cast Minor Illusion, my cantrip Minor Illusion, on where her hand is on my arm, and make it look as though her hand is starting to turn black. I want her to perceive her hand as fully black and necrotic.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Which means you get to make an intelligence check to determine if it's false.
I believe in you.
Question: are we in a battle or
I
is this
can't.
out? Is this just
This is
roleplay?
going
This
to be
is just
nothing.
we're not in the, currently in the
Got
battle.
it.
I don't have the ability to inspire right now.
So as you say that to Vimers, he looks at you, and gazes into your eye.
I don't look at him.
Okay.
Like I said it, but I don't look at him. I am, like I said, not making eye contact. No matter what, like, I will not look them in the eye.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
So you don't know what's going on.
9.
Shit.
I can't
My
hold
friend.
both of you.
Would you not agree that Morthos should go and get the scroll?
Oh. I'm so sorry. Vistra, please let him go.
Why should I do that?
Because we were asked so nicely.
So fucked.
Can I shoot him in the foot?
Go ahead and
Who?
make an
Who
attack
is him?
roll.
Hold on.
Yeah, Vimers,
Yeah.
the dark-haired man.
Go
Alright.
for it.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Do I have no time to react?
Yeah, you draw your short bow. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Cool. Natural 20.
Ideal.
That's critical damage!
Roll damage.
Jesus Christ!
Huh?
Is
Roll
this sneak
damage.
attack?
Not technically, no.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, I dropped my
so go ahead and roll
somewhere.
your d6 and double the damage.
Okay, wait, how much do I roll here?
So you're gonna roll your
Roll
damage and
1d6.
double it.
You roll 1d6.
1d6?
Yes.
You don't have sneak attack.
4. So 8 damage.
8, but not
Plus 3,
plus
so
3.
11.
11.
Alright, so as you draw your short bow, it sinks directly into
No, I shoot him in the foot.
Oh, in the foot, right.
Yeah.
It sinks directly into
Because I'm not
his
looking
foot.
at his face, because he told me not to, so I shoot at somebody's
Right.
foot.
So you see is the arrow lands. He
Is
reaches
whatever
out.
you did to me a concentration?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. That's
I gra-
immediately what I was going for.
I grapple Cora.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check against.
After I shoot the arrow or
Yeah.
before?
After.
Like I said, as soon as I see you do it, I move.
So his concentration wasn't broken, or rather, we don't
doesn't
know.
seem
Okay.
to.
Ah!
As you, I need you to make an acrobatics or an athletics check, your choice.
Acrobatics, definitely.
That's a non-natural one.
Natural one.
I have a 12.
Okay. As,
You
so,
failed to grapple a midget!
So you go and grapple her, but
They're very
she manages
small.
to duck out of the way. He reaches down,
Slippery.
picks the arrow, snaps the arrow out of his foot,
Oh.
and throws to the side. You can see this dark crimson begin pooling, but then slowly subsides.
I step in front of Cora. Cease! Do not fire another shot. How dare you?
The scroll.
I like my rapier
Christopher,
drawn.
what do we
I
do?
can't.
Hold on.
I
the
attempt to
woman-
break the grapple again.
Yes, go ahead. And
So you don't have to keep grabbing it.
No, it's not. Do I reduce?
Oh!
yes, you,
That's a
no,
natural one.
athletics check.
As long as it's not a natural.
That's
one.
another 19.
19. Okay, so you do manage to keep him in check. However, Halan walks
The
over
sorcerer.
to you and grazes the side of your face. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Also, so
I'm
did that
so
damage
glad-
not do anything actually? Did it not actually damage him because he healed himself, I guess?
Apparently, it did do damage. However,
That's a natural one, but I'm gonna use my inspiration.
okay, yeah.
But like,
There you
in a
go.
case of killing him, it didn't do actual damage.
It did do damage.
Okay,
Just
okay.
there was enough time, like it slowly began to heal because you didn't, keep
Okay,
going.
okay.
14.
14. Okay. So, as you feel this creeping influence in your head, this dark fire in the base of your skull, you shake your head, and it does not have an effect.
Can I shoot another arrow at his other foot?
Wait, so is she close to me right now?
Yeah, she's in right next to you. She just touched you.
I don't let go of him.
Mm-hmm.
I punch her in the face.
Make an attack roll.
That's a 4, but I have a double attack.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So us talking to him doesn't help. Talking to them doesn't help them with the magic.
Remind me
correct?
again. I'm willing to die for him right now, right?
Yeah.
I don't add anything to that because
Yeah, you do. You had your strength modifier.
I don't know.
Oh, not your proficiency bonus.
So it's like
19.
you take the actions in the most favorable way. Which other?
What I'm saying is knowing that they're hurting them, my job is to stop them from
Now,
hurting
do
them.
I still consider these people my friends?
Yes, but you.
Right.
These are your like best
Yeah,
friends
right.
versus.
It's like
So it's not that I want to kill them, it's that I would rather kill these guys than him.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so 19 you said? Alright, so as you rear back for a punch, she sort of ducks out of the way of the first one. However, you come back with a backhand just across the mouth, and you see blood spit.
I cast full person on this one.
Alright, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hate that I have to do this.
This is cluster.
That's exactly what you would do.
If it were a normal fight, we'd be doing fine.
17.
17.
Jesus fuck, yeah, she saves.
So you begin to feel your muscles tighten as you can power through it.
I'm upset.
Can I swing again?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm swinging again.
I'm gonna roll for initiative or something.
At this point, it doesn't really matter.
Man, it's a whole spell slot.
21.
21. Okay. So
just gonna beat her to death?
As you
Yeah.
rear
Look,
back-
I'm done with this
rear back
shit.
for another punch. You do again, just smack her on the upswing of the of her chin, and just. She takes a step back, not wanting to.
That's what I fucking thought. Beat the shit out of you without
I,
even letting go of
Blood
Martha.
I have to,
Yeah.
as she throws the punch, I'm going to attempt to try and take this opportunity to break free.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Do I also?
Why? Why?
I contested
6.
6. So yeah, go ahead. Athletics.
Fuck me. Oh, wait a second. Wait.
It's +4.
It's +7.
Wow. That's not a saving throw.
11. What's this one?
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
11.
So you try and can't seem to wiggle your way out.
Alright,
From your
fine.
iron grip barbarian friend.
Then I use thaumaturgy and just a high-pitched wail in her ear. An intensely painful wailing in her ear.
Okay, making a.
Wait, so you are using like?
I'm using
magic,
cantrips.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Cantrips
using
don't
magic.
count? But then it doesn't matter. I thought the whole thing was we couldn't use magic
In the
because-
city.
In the city because the police would catch us.
Because, yeah, but no one in here is going to stop us for using magic. They're already using magic.
Oh, I thought they. Okay.
I would say at this point, roll for initiative.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, clearly I am.
Oh,
I
good.
got a 4.
I got a 3.
Oh wait. 7
17.
then. You don't have any initiative?
Nope, I have no dex.
I am
17.
7.
God, this music is so fitting.
Okay, stop.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
No.
20 to 20, or 20 to 15. Okay, what'd you get?
17.
15.
Then it's Cora and then Morthos.
Cora than Morthos. What did you guys
4, 3.
No, I got a 7. Thank you.
Yeah, alright, a 4.
You rolled a 4.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry, which one was you first?
Cora.
Cora. Then.
Before Morthos.
Alright, so
This is
Vistra,
so scary.
what are you doing?
Okay, so I have him by the arm.
Yes.
She's too far away from me to attack. Where are the rest of them?
Okay, so actually, I would like you all to put your miniatures on the board.
Wa-da-da.
Cora.
So, you guys came in
So-
through this entrance.
This is Cora.
I was in the front, but I'm currently being held by Vistra.
I'm so
Who is
sorry.
Calistar? Is this Calistar?
Pick one.
Sure.
That one of them was Cora.
It looks like it's straight out of the water tribe.
Yeah, honestly.
What a try.
I know, right?
So we walked out here and they're like right over here. So that's Morthos and this is me.
Vistra is right next to you.
Oh, and then I guess I'd be next to Cora.
What? This is. Oh my god. This is
Like,
terrible.
I'm
Now I have to figure out how to beat the shit out of people without letting go of Morthos and make that decision.
Oh man.
Oh, G-Rick.
So, what are you doing with your turn? As you can see, now she has taken a step back. I don't know if you actually can see it.
No, I can't see.
You're right here.
There's 5 feet of space between you and the man, the woman, and the alchemist. And you're by Morthos' side. Cora and Calistar are behind you, to the right.
adjust.
Camera that good?
I'm gonna let go of Morthos.
Okay.
Take whatever step forward is necessary. Pull out, unsheath. No, I wasn't sheathed. I have too many
It's
things in my
on
hand.
Morthos' back. Correct. Oh, no, you gave it to
I gave it to her on the
So you
walk-in.
do have it.
I've been punching her with it in my hand.
Well, I assume it'd be by your side.
Regardless.
So now picking
So
it
now
up.
I'm picking it up and I'm gonna swing at her.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm gonna go into a rage and then.
Okay. So, with this, we're going to go into actual.
Jacob, does this count as a charm?
Yeah. Yes. You have advantage.
I had advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also
I get some posthumous advantage.
Alright.
Yeah, I get advantage against being charmed because I'm high.
So, go ahead and make your 2 attacks now at your level 5. Yeah, sorry, just.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Cool. That's on me for not remembering.
Where beers?
Fucked.
We'll be fine.
Here it is.
15.
15. Against, which one are you swinging at?
The woman.
The woman.
We're
Okay.
gonna get TPK'd by charming.
The prince? A 15.
2 versus 6, guys.
Here it is. A 15 does not hit. So, as you come, you
Whoop.
swing your axe down. You can feel almost this compulsion not to hit as it dodges to the side.
Remember, you can reckless with me.
So this one is a 17.
17 also does not hit. This time, as you come around, she takes her wrist. and-
Yet my punches were hitting?
Or 19s.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this time, you can see underneath her dress, she has these metal cups that come up and block your axe. As it just slides off, leaving a trail of sparks behind. At this
You
point,
get ass kicked by Wonder Woman.
Galga, don't fuck with
Are
her.
you doing anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to go back in between Morthos and the.
Okay. Alright, so as you take a step back, you realize that they have the chance to hit you if they want, but they just let you back up.
Oh dear.
Okay, at this point in time, Kelstar, it's your turn.
Cast Hold Person on this one.
Okay, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, mister.
Why are you doing this?
I don't want to.
Yeah, it works.
Okay,
I got a 3.
Alright, so as you
Paralyzed.
begin to take another strike, you feel your muscles tense up and you are no longer able to move. And you dart your eyes over the side and you see Kellistar holding out a spell.
With my bonus action, can I cast Healing Word? Can I cast a spell?
Yeah.
I cast Healing Word on Halon.
On Holland? Anyway, yes.
Who's that? The woman?
The woman.
That's the one.
I shot the dude in the foot, right?
Yes.
Is he the one with the little nation?
Yeah, he's the pencil mustache and
He's
goatee.
been healed as far as I'm aware.
What?
She gets 6 points of healing.
Okay. As you cast the healing word, you can feel the magic flowing through to her, and it doesn't seem. She was already full, so. But yeah, gotcha. Alright. After Killstar, Vimers looks at you. Now, the scroll.
Is she still holding on to me? No, she's locked down. I just yank my arm away and I start walking downstairs.
Alright, we'll get to when it's your turn. Okay. He's going to take a step back. And he's going to lean against the counter of the bar.
Is there anything noteworthy in this room? Besides just the bar.
There is the table in the center. There's chairs. The rest is pretty empty, really. There's like some paintings on the walls. And at this point, the alchemist and the woman are going to take a step back and also join Vimers at the bar. And Vimers says, beast. Take care of them. And you see this large, hulking, dragon-faced figure with his maw in both hands. The head of the hammer being larger than your entire chest. Just comes
Larger than
forward,
Korra.
swings across, hitting Morthos.
Wait, but I thought
Well, it can't happen till my turn.
Yeah. So Morthos and Vistra, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
Well, why would it
Just
damage
defense.
Morthos?
I'm-
Oh yeah, you
Paralyzed.
fail.
Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Which also means that
Oh,
this is a
it
critical.
landed on the crack.
Yeah,
So it's a-
we're gonna
I'll
consider it
re-roll.
cocked. I'll let the get
16. 16.
16. Okay. Let's see.
I have 60.
16 just succeeds. So,
Do you really?
Yes. I had 49 before out of 11.
Oh, 6D.
Yeah.
I think it's 16. I was like, what the fuck did you get hit?
you take 12 reduced to 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You take the full 12.
6. Reduced to half.
Reduced to 6.
6.
And you are knocked back and knocked prone. So, with that, after you feel this impact, you begin, your mind rattles. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Me too, or just him?
Just a
Oh, that's an 8.
8. Okay. So you feel this shaking, this sudden impact causes you to reassess your values, and you almost break free. However, you still are under the control of Denver's. All right, Cora, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I run up to the thingy and attack it with my short sword?
Yes.
With booming blade?
As you move away around, you begin, as you move, you take out your short sword, running your hand along the edge of it, infusing it with thunder-like energy. You come across, and go ahead and make your attack roll.
25.
25 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
1d6.
1d6 plus 1d8.
1d6. What would it be plus 3?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 1d8 plus 3. The 1d8 is thunder damage.
While you're rolling that, I'll be right back.
8.
I'll let it
This
go
is a
too.
d8?
What does the reckless do?
It gives you advantage on every attack that you make for the rest of that round, but everybody that attacks
Okay, it was 11.
gets advantage on attacks against you. It's great for one-on-ones, not for mob fights.
It's 11. And can I hide under the
Do you want to
table?
mark this as charmed?
Yeah. What's that?
Can I use an action hide? I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, so as you come,
Yeah, you can roll it, sir.
so Morthos and what's that?
It's from the Midwest.
So
I want to run underneath the table to the other side. Hide.
how much damage was it?
11.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Math. Okay. And then
I
so go ahead and roll a
stop
stealth
being
check.
controlled, I know exactly
Stealth
how to
check?
get out of here.
Start underneath the table.
I know exactly what I did. We can get out of here if I can just get out of
I got 14.
14. Okay. Alright, good to know. Alright. So, as you dart underneath the table,
How's being held?
you'll sit.
She can attempt to end it at the end of her turn.
Morthos, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm not being held. I was just asked. I'm on it, and well, actually, I'm prone right now.
Yeah, so you have to use 15 feet of movement. Or no, you're not prone.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
I look at the giant hulking beast, then back to my friend who ordered him to attack me, and I'm a little concerned. But I shrug it off and I start walking down the stairs.
Okay.
I make my way towards the back of the party into the kitchen.
Dimmer says, with speed!
Well, that's a bit rude, but sure.
Right.
And I slightly pick up the pace.
Alright.
No, Morthos isn't one to just do whatever for his friends, to be fair.
That's fair.
So I'm just walking briskly.
So, begin speed walking back through the corridor, just acting like the ball, the Masquerade ball, is still going on. People are having conversations and laughing and having drinks. However, you are on a mission. Alright. Morthos, it's now Vistra's turn.
Cool.
So am I still like paralyzed, or like since I know I'm prone?
So you
are paralyzed, but you can end it. You can
Oh, yeah.
attempt to resave at the end of your turn.
paralyzed. Forget about
Paralyzed.
Paralysis.
That's why she lay down.
Green.
No, it's because she's prone.
And she's what?
Yeah.
I got knocked over and I'm paralyzed.
Oh.
She got knocked on her ass. So, yes, you spend your turn being paralyzed, and I need you to make a. She just makes a save at the end.
Wisdom save.
Another wisdom saving throw. 11. Anything added to that? Okay, that's not. So you still trying to fight? Your muscles are just locked up. Can't do much.
Having a high charisma is great until they get me on their side.
Okay, after Vistra's kill started.
I turn to my friends and say, anything else? It's like,
Numerous looks at you. Just keep her held. As you wish. Alright.
Keep the strong one held. I don't like that one.
Okay, and you still have movement. You're still under your own control, but
I don't have. I guess I'll move away from her in case she stops being paralyzed. Okay. I'll move up to where they are.
where they are.
Yeah, I'll just start moving in that direction if no one stops me.
Okay. Just lets you walk by. Okay. After Killistar, it is Vimmer's turn. Vimmer's is going to reach across the bar, pour himself a drink.
Dick.
It's the new eating an apple.
What?
Like eating the apple.
Yeah. And the others are gonna do the same. Alright. At this point, Morthos is no longer on this board. The large, hulking figure is going to walk up to you, take his large maul, and swing down at you.
Right.
Would you have noticed that?
And this has advantage because you're prone, and is an automatic crit because
Am I still raging?
paralyzed. Yeah, you're still raging. And that's a natural 20.
Will I get 10 points of damage?
Fuck.
So,
Oh wait, no, that's not the damage.
Alright.
That's just, we know it's gonna suck, but like we need it.
where's my D10? Where'd it go? There it is. You take 31 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 15. As the hammer crack, you feel your ribs begin to compress in as this entirety of the weight of this maul, probably heavier than yourself, comes barreling down on your chest.
I'd like to point out I still have 39 points of like health. After being bludgeoned to prone.
You know, health points.
Alright. After that, Cora, it is your turn.
Please hit Anthony as hard as you can. This is probably metagaming.
Yeah,
But
would she have
You-
noticed that all of that taking damage seemed to affect anything?
She's hiding under the table.
shit.
She wouldn't have even seen it.
See what?
That
Perfect.
it doesn't matter. Like some mechanic of the game.
Why would I hit you though? That wouldn't affect your spell at all, would it?
You don't know.
You wouldn't know. Yeah. So, what would you like to do? Knowing what you do know.
Being a piece of shit and just got me smashed.
Okay, if I have
Actually, you would know, however, that he's the one holding the only other sane teammate you have left, to be fair.
yeah, okay,
So
but
he has
what
to concentrate on keeping her held.
what I was
Yeah, just like holding her in place.
Yeah. Make an intelligence check.
mine?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Check or sneaking?
Check.
Okay.
Just have your intelligence.
20.
20. Okay. So you would know that when you're casting a spell and you have to concentrate on it, taking damage affects that concentration, and if you take enough, then you sometimes will break your concentration and lose the spell. So just keep that in mind if that affects your movement. Or affects
Okay,
your
wait, can you repeat that? Sorry, I was like half
so if
thinking
somebody,
of my plot.
yeah, so if somebody is concentrating on a spell and they take damage, then they have to make sure they maintain their concentration, and if they don't do well enough, they'll lose the spell.
Okay.
So if you hit me hard enough, I might drop one person.
Yes.
So
That is just a thing you can do if you would like.
okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crawl off from underneath the table all slow and sneakily like towards Calistar. I'm gonna go, hey yo, Callie! And then I shoot an arrow at his foot.
Okay, go ahead and make an
So
attack.
wait, do you reveal yourself before you shoot or after?
After.
Sneak attack.
I know.
She's there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do a little crawl.
Like I said,
sort
that's
of,
fine.
Are you?
on the
Is your?
table. I'm confused.
Also, what's your passive perception? 16?
16.
Okay, so you do not get sneak attack damage because he is aware of your presence.
Cool.
Okay.
What's your?
What? Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage and then double the dice.
Is it?
Just a d6, roll
just
twice.
a d6.
Huh? Roll
Yeah,
twice?
just- Yeah, just roll twice.
Roll twice or take the number.
4.
So roll again.
Because it's a critical hit, you get to do it twice.
4.
So 8. So
8.
8 plus 3? Okay,
So
11.
13 points of damage and you do
No.
points.
11.
I thought you said 13. 11
8 plus 3.
Gotcha. 11 points
So
of damage to
DC
you.
10?
DC 10.
That is an 8, baby.
Alright, so as your arrow hits the back of his leg, as your arrow hits the back of his leg, you watch his spell, and you watch arcane sparks fizzle out of his hand. And Vistra, you now feel control over your muscles.
Yes! Woo! My girl!
Do
Okay,
I
I'm
get
good.
to
I'm
remake
happy.
that save?
I'm proud.
Not
I'm on a
technically,
15.
because-
Damn it!
That's
Oh,
a
dude,
lot.
you have to say it. You have to say it. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Shit!
What?
I have to make that save again.
It's not hit complete. Alright. So, after Korra, what are you doing with your bonus action? Are you hiding again?
Yeah, I'm hiding. Of
Okay,
course.
so go ahead and make another stealth check.
This time though, I'm gonna creep behind the chair. So
Oh.
it's not the table. I'm behind the chair.
Gotcha.
What am I doing again?
Roll a stealth check.
Okay, it's 19.
19. Gotcha. Good to know. Alright.
Sorry,
So,
guys.
After Korra is Morthos. Morthos, what are you doing?
I'm just walking to get the scroll. Have I gotten there yet?
Kelly.
Okay, yeah, so you...
It was hidden in the shed.
Yeah, so you begin, dashing,
just
using
like
your action,
full
getting the scroll. You get, I would say it,
I'm hysterical.
what's your movement speed?
30.
30?
In the sense
Okay,
of-
I would say
Maybe in the
And
sense
layer.
that you're crazy.
you get about halfway there.
I'm already halfway there.
It's a long walk, it's probably going to take you a while.
Okay.
I'm hilarious.
Alright, after Morthos and Vistra, you now have control over your muscles once more.
I get up.
Okay, so using 15 feet of movement, you stand up, picking your axe up by your side. What are you doing?
Close to anybody?
Close to the big fucker.
You are close to the beast.
I'm gonna swing at it.
Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Sorry about the damage, bud.
That's actually.
That is a no.
No?
Love you.
It's a
Wait, what?
14.
14.
Wait, it's a 15.
15? Okay, so as you swing your great axe, you slide it across the chest plate of the beast, and you leave a scratch on it. However, it does not pierce it, and it does not do damage.
Doing my second attack.
Okay,
20.
20. That just barely hits. Go ahead and roll for an attack, or roll for damage. Rather.
Barely hits with a 20.
Some
Okay.
plate armor.
Wait, did I hit with my arrow?
Yes.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, not.
You didn't
Yeah,
hit that
your
one.
first time you did it.
13.
13.
Oh.
What's up?
Wait.
I'm confused.
Wait.
They're talking about different targets.
15.
Oh yeah, you hit the arrow on Vimris, not.
15.
15. Okay, 15 points of damage. As you take your axe, you manage to find a chink in the armor where one of the plates divide, and you bury it into its hip, and you can see this dark spray of blood gush from the wound, and as the this armored plate figure just, and gets ready for his next attack. So, with that, math. Gotcha.
Also, obviously, I don't know how the spell works, but with most charms, don't I get to check at the end of every turn if I can recheck the roll, or is that not how this works?
This is not how this works.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright.
What?
Kalastar is
I
your
wish to be freed of this nightmare.
I mean, I got any more second level spells?
I also just realized that my other attacks are using this one. This one.
I guess I'm just gonna attempt to keep burning through my spells to defend. Because I mean, is big guy part of that friends?
I mean, he's not technically.
Alright, then I'll step in front of him. Step in front of Fibrous.
Okay.
And I will prepare a dissonant whispers if someone attempts to attack him or the other two.
Okay. After Kalastar, Vimmer's continues sipping on his drink. And so do the rest. However, the large plated man is going. Yeah, he's gonna make a hammer swing at you. He comes down at you. That is math.
Quick math.
Quick math. 13. 13. All right. So this time you can see his large swings coming down very obviously, and you manage to duck out of the way, sidestepping, leaving a large crack in the middle of the ground. This huge crater the size of almost your entire body, and he splinters the wood trying to get it back out, and it's frustrating.
He's pissy.
Yeah.
Insane.
Cora, your turn.
Okay, so the dude hasn't moved. I did hit him with my booming blade, correct?
Yes.
What did you do on your turn?
Step in front of Fibrous.
That's it.
You can see me preparing a spell, which I'm currently in cast.
Okay, I'm gonna run out
Okay.
behind the beast dude, the big man. You know, like on the other side of where Vistra is,
Yeah, right here.
and I'm gonna come stab him with my sword or
All
poke
right.
at him.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
What's that?
Means you roll twice, take the higher. Plus up.
Trying to decide if I would cast Dissonant Whispers. I guess I said my trigger was attacking those.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. So, what'd you roll?
11.
11. That's all your total. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I rolled a 3 and then a 5.
yeah. Okay, so taking your short
Good
sword,
job, kiddo.
you try and pierce through his thick armor. However, you're not able to find any perches on him.
Oh, and then I have my hide again.
Yeah. So then, as you duck behind, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you if you try and move out of his range.
Okay, wait. Can I disengage as my action?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can use
Instead?
your bonus action to disengage, but you won't be able to hide.
Okay, well I'll do that instead.
Okay. And where do you like to go?
I'm gonna run by the table again.
Behind this way.
Yeah.
All right. So you go right there.
I hate to be this guy.
Yeah.
Does she move towards me in that process?
She not towards you is kind of at an angle.
Is there someone who moves towards me and moves in like that as well?
No, I was just running up the table.
Man, boys, it sure is taking a while with that scroll.
All right.
Gee
And
golly, ain't I?
So at this point, you have gotten to the scroll and you're now on your way back. You rummage through the pack, take it out, and begin heading back down the ladder shed.
Is this roll just paper?
Yeah, it's paper, parchment, I suppose.
So is it burnable?
Yes.
It is
It's magic.
theoretically. So, after Morthos Vistra,
Alrighty.
and you watch as Vimmer's kind of just stands there. Not the floor. He just looks at the crater.
So I am going to swing at him.
Okay.
Twice, actually.
I believe in you. That laugh was so uncomfortable.
27.
27 definitely hits.
19's a great.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go ahead and make your roll for damage.
I just like that I know all of your modifiers.
Nine?
I didn't mean
9.
for it to happen. I just know all of the numbers.
Alright, so 9 points of damage. Go ahead and make your next attack.
$22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. What is?
Brutal critical.
12.
12. Alright, so 9 and then 12. Alright, so taking your axe, as his hammer reaches or slams into the ground, you put your foot on top of it, using it as momentum. You slam your axe into him, slam it into him one more time, gashing into his armor, leaving sizable dents, and you can see blood begin to pour out of some of the plates or parts where the plates connect. You're looking like you're doing damage to him. However, he's still very visibly standing and well
He's
Well
so tall
composed.
and I'm like little, so like we're doing what we can.
Yeah, it is a very David and Goliath sort of dynamic.
Battle
here.
right now.
The two
Yeah.
tiny ones, right?
Right?
Who would win?
One time.
I guess we're about to find. I guess we're about to find.
One Goliath or two tiny boys.
Two tiny girlies.
Kelstar, it's your turn. Same.
The action.
You don't have to.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. I
Cast it
remember
again,
when
dude.
you took
Yeah.
that
I
torch,
couldn't,
like,
but I've
climb on
always
top
been
of
under
that
the
dude,
assumption that I can just
'cause
sit
you
there.
couldn't use your
Yeah,
axe.
that's what I
Damn it, so what to do
That
now?
was
I couldn't
amazing.
anyways. That's
Yeah.
my last spell.
I just thought about that. That was so good.
Alright.
Man, remember we were like, this is gonna be so fun. You know, we're gonna just gather around, be friends, play some D&D. Totally not trying to kill each other. Good times.
And now look at us.
You changed.
I'm just kicking ass. I'm not sure.
Alright. So the rest are gonna continue sipping their drinks, just sort of watching. And the beast.
Is there any part of my mind that's not like under this control, or is it just all?
I mean, you're like, wow, that really is unfortunate, but it's us or them.
oh man, that's
I mean,
rough.
it sucks to suck.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. You wish better for your friends, but you have
Wait,
to
you're
stick
not
with.
you're taking a drink too now?
In my mind.
That is a 20 against your armor class, Bistra. As
just like,
the hammer comes
dang.
and swings at you again.
That's unfortunate.
Actually, take that back. He's going to position himself like this and take his maul and he's going to. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Also, can I get
You have
a?
advantage. Danger sense.
Did she ever go to rage?
Yes.
17.
17.
Woo!
All right.
That succeeds.
You're right.
Oh, okay. I get it.
All right.
Quick
Yeah.
F's. What a hero.
I knew it!
What does
Get
that?
fucked. He broke the table.
Why?
Because you're a little shit.
Good thing I wasn't under there that time.
Good thing, bad thing.
So this time, so you succeed on your saving throw. You take 12 points, or 24 points of damage reduced to half for succeeding, and then 6 points of damage for your rage. So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and as you take it, you're not knocked back because you did succeed.
Yeah.
However, the table is completely shattered as the wood splinters across the ground. And Vimmer's just sort of, ugh.
Damn. Crying, cringy.
It's like, why he hitting the dense one? It's fine.
Okay. And then Cora, it's your turn now. The table is now like sort of lopsided, leaning on two legs, so there's not really. You can't hide underneath it and go underneath.
Can I hide it?
You can't hide behind it.
It's still lopsided. That's
It is
still.
still lopsided. Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm
Let me get
I'm
You
gonna
get that
shoot
bonus
at
roll?
him with my bow.
Okay, so.
Thanks.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, dude! Please. I love you.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Chris is the best.
Don't worry, it wasn't that good.
8.
Neat. So you fire your arrow and it splinters off across his armor, just not leaving.
I got
any
it
time.
too.
Combat ready.
Okay, and I run behind the half of the table.
Running
Thanks
behind
for the help.
half of the table.
I did
Go
what I
ahead.
could.
Are you hiding?
Of course.
Go ahead and make a self check.
Cora, hi.
I got an 11.
11.
That face
Good
would be
to
so
know. Morthos, at this point, you have now made it halfway
Are you
back.
sure I didn't fall down the ladder and get a right good jolt on the way back?
Fuck you. That
Really?
would've helped.
Yeah,
If I fell real hard.
You were in attack.
So, you are now halfway through the ballroom. Next turn, you should be able to get into the room.
I do enjoy this engaging gameplay.
I know, right?
I'm just fucking woo! I'm
I'm
walking.
sure you guys are loving this.
Vistra.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it.
With an
Man,
axe.
that joke never gets old.
Yeah.
I know, right?
But just like hitting it. Never gets old.
That joke
I'm
about,
swing at it.
you know,
I'm not
really, really trying to make it act like you're
I'm not gonna hit it.
gonna do something different.
Yeah.
So this one's a 10, so we're gonna roll again.
Okay. Alright, so first one slides off the armor.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. This time, using the momentum, swing
So it would
back
be a
around.
28. Just saying.
Alright, yeah. So sliding it into one of the spots that you had, or the chinks that you had found before, you slam it and dig it in deeper. Go ahead
So
and
you
roll
can,
for
yeah.
damage.
17
17.
What'd you roll?
Points of damage?
points of damage.
Did
I
you
rolled-
double the dice?
No.
So what you do
double
is
it when
when
you
you
get a
critical
critical.
hit, you roll and then double whatever you roll and then add your modifier.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so it goes up to
Just a
so
20.
it goes up to 22,
22.
and then you add your
That's a
modifier.
27.
So 22, 27,
28.
29.
29 points of
Wait,
damage.
were you raging?
Yeah.
Oh my
Alright.
god, girl.
It's okay that I missed the first one.
You're taking him down
Imagine
by
if you
yourself.
played
I
it-
helped a little bit. I helped
Next time, throw down a great weapon master and just
Oh, wait,
absolutely
he
obliterate him.
moved.
He turned.
Also, your moving blade wore
I
off.
wouldn't have been able to.
It wears off after a turn.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
I don't like your
Okay.
weapons master because if I
Yeah. If you roll anything other
since
than
since
you
you
know,
need
I
something
know why.
so
I was
high,
just thinking about it.
Yeah, just because it's so high.
All right.
You didn't move before that. It wears off after a turn.
I got
I thought you were supposed to.
So
No,
yeah,
I was
ding
making
your axe.
something
He
that
definitely
like-
felt that impact.
He didn't. He turned.
And he readies his hammer again.
I don't doubt it.
Sit.
Kalistar, it's your turn.
Is he still not dead? What the fuck?
Holding it.
No.
Gotcha.
There's
But I'm
no
doing my
reason for you to
best.
do it.
You
Yeah, I
are,
got you.
girl. You are.
All right.
Man, Vistra and Core are having a lot of trouble over there. Oh well.
He's going to turn
all I
back
do.
towards you after that strike
That's all a lot of people do.
and is going to bring his hammer down as hard as he can.
What is it?
18.
When two strength-based characters fight, the slap fight of the century.
13 points of
Rip
bludgeoning
mouths.
damage reduced to 6.
He's gonna get you 6 damage at a time.
And I'm gonna get him 27 damage at a time.
I believe in you.
Roman form. Remember when Bill Dorn went to that bar fight and it was just a battle of
Yeah.
how long? Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
All right.
War of attrition.
Court,
War of attrition.
it is your turn.
Can I run up to him when I'm that far away?
Can you run up to him? What?
When I'm that far
Oh, when
away.
you're far away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right.
You leap over the table.
Yeah, you're easy enough. Yeah. If you want to leap over the table,
Can I do that all badass like?
make an acrobatics check.
Yes! No, it's a 15.
Okay. So yeah, you manage to dive over the table, sort of shoulder roll on it, and come up to the side.
So
Face to face.
awesome. And then I use my short sword and I'm gonna... Can I booming blade again?
Yep.
Use that every time.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much
infusing
have
with
no,
the
you have pretty
thunder.
much no reason not to do it.
Yeah. Well, except to not bonus action.
That
That's
was
bonus
It's
11.
not a bonus action.
It's part of
So-
the part of the attack.
Yeah. You
Oh,
do
I
that
got an
every time.
11. I got an 11.
11? Okay.
Next time.
So you take your short sword and slice across the armored calf, however you aren't able to impact him.
Can I run away?
Like a true rogue. Stab.
Can I disengage?
A stab and dash.
15. Right, you have, how much your movement?
25.
You have 10 feet of movement left.
I believe in you.
Can I disengage?
Disengage, okay, and then where would you like to go?
Just a little bit
Away.
away.
Like here?
No, other way. Yeah, that, yeah. Thank you.
Morthos.
I
So,
wanted to get
as
away
you're
from
running
that,
with the
sorry.
scroll, you come into the room, you open the door, and now you see this
Go
scene.
attack me.
And Vimrus looks
Oh.
up.
Oh,
Protective
my
open pack.
word.
He attack.
I just walk over.
Okay.
God damn it.
He attack and then he protect.
He protect. He attack.
And,
But most importantly, he betrays his own path.
You know, I don't know how much of this you've read, but it's downright fascinating.
Duran looks over. That's it. And Vimrus gives him a nod. Vistra, it is your turn.
Wait, you got there?
So
Yeah, I
he's
just got back.
currently at the door.
Oh.
See.
You good?
I'm trying to decide if I hit you.
I don't know if I can take that.
You can.
I got 30 health. You're gonna murder me.
I hate you.
Well, even she would do it without fatal attack.
See, this is why it's always great playing with someone like me or like you, because you know it's gonna miss.
Yeah. Alright, so, what are you doing?
Slowly coming.
I'm just gonna kill the fuck. I'm gonna hit it.
The beast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I can't hurt his delicate sensibilities.
Yeah.
Even though he's being a fucking moron.
This is a good dude. I lost my die.
It died.
Oh, you're here.
Non-natural tweeting.
That hits.
I know it.
Utterly.
Good shit.
It's my favorite phrase. It barely hits. It's easy.
10.
10 points of damage, okay.
I roll again.
I believe in you.
24.
24.
Oh.
Definitely hits.
Come on, girl.
I roll it.
17.
17 points of damage. Whew. Alright.
You're so cute.
27 to turn, one way or the other.
Give me a nice battle cry right now.
Rawr.
No.
Show me your war face.
Nar, got
Rar XD.
Okay.
it. Show me your war face.
Killstar, are you still holding?
Yeah, I know Morthos is like, he feels the same way I do, so I'm gonna let him walk out.
So,
He's a cool dude, man.
Hey, guys.
He knows what's right, you know? Businesses.
you watch as Vimrus takes a step forward, setting down his drink, and with breakneck speed, you see him moving in this incorporeal shadowy figure form.
No.
He dashes over to you, grabs the letter, or grabs the scroll out of your hand,
Whoa.
and fades back into his original position.
Why aren't you getting those?
No, really though, you should read that.
He just goes, Speed Force.
He looks at his companions. Let's go. And
No!
He tucks into his pouch, and they all begin walking out.
Oh, what, not gonna kill us?
Weak. They're not gonna TPK? Weak. This is
Can we
bullshit.
take an attack of opportunity since they're leaving?
Kelstar is the only one in range currently, and he's not in a place to
I follow.
And as they're leaving, are you followed?
Yeah, of course I do.
guess I do.
My
Vimrus
friends.
looks over his shoulder. Stay here.
If you say so.
Play with the beast.
Play.
Got it, bud.
Does he have toys?
Beast.
I enjoy books.
Sure, I guess stopped. And they continue walking.
So can
Whose
I
turn
hit
is
it
it?
again?
Whose turn is it?
It is Cora's turn.
How loosely am I allowed to interpret play? Because I see him playing.
Can I possibly
You-
run up and attempt to snatch the scroll from him?
Sure.
Just kidding, never mind. I won't.
No, please do it, please!
Dickhead.
I can't. It's already in his hands. If I go up to them, they're gonna fucking control me.
Do your best.
No, I don't want to
Never
leave you
give
by
up.
yourself. So
I would rather be left by myself if it means we might get the scroll.
we will not get the scroll back.
Why not?
There's not a chance that we're actually.
Why
gonna get the
not?
scroll
Plot armor.
Try it.
back. No, I can't.
What are you doing?
God damn it.
I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at the fucking dude.
At the armored man? Alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
Yep, that's not.
No? What'd you roll?
It's 13.
Okay. Again, you loose an arrow, and it shatters off the back of the helmet. This dragon-spined helmet that is very ornately made. After Cora, Morthos.
Well, I'm gonna leave this up to your discretion. The way I see it, I still have friends in the room
Yeah.
who are currently fighting the beast, who is not really my friend, and I was told to play with him. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the shit out of him.
I like it.
Yeah,
Good
actually,
Good enough.
Alright.
I mean, it's...
I understand the logic.
It's...
I don't know that I was told, with whatever spell was used on me, I definitely cared about those three. I wasn't told that I had to give a shit about the beast.
Yeah.
And he's attacking my friends.
If Vimrus cared enough, he would tell you to stop, so...
Okay, then, yeah, I guess I'm gonna start with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I
Go
mean,
ahead
like,
and
if they
roll
really
for an
wanted
attack.
to fight, they would have said play, like, alongside the beast or whatever.
That is a 23.
23 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
D12, I think, right? I always forget. D10 or D12? Thank you.
D10.
Thanks, Antoine. Then we get... Close enough. What the fuck is it? Oh, yeah, 13.
13. Alright.
I swear I just got it now.
Wait,
It was
you fired 2 blasts.
Does that happen at level 5?
Yeah.
Really?
So you roll another one.
I go double-handed.
Yeah. So
Like
you gotta-
Iron Man?
Yeah, gotta roll.
Awesome, dude.
Ooh, that's a 24.
That does hit still.
And, 9.
9 points of damage.
So,
Nice.
Web
boy.
sling.
Tingle papa.
and a dingo.
I hate all of you.
Oh, don't worry. I've got one of those up my sleeve.
What, hate?
Dead beans.
I like money.
Vistra.
Dead beans. Dead
I
beans.
like money.
You wanna
Vistra, it's your turn.
That's
Probably.
So, going off that lovely double blast, I'm gonna double hit it with my fucking axe.
Fucking do it!
Math is hard in your head. 25.
25. Does hit.
$15.
15?
Yep.
Alright. 15 points of damage. Go ahead and roll for your second attack.
24.
24 hits.
How rough is this thing look?
I'll tell you after this.
12.
12.
Try and vicious mockery it to death. Again?
Alright. So, taking your axe, whack! Whack! You are able to pierce its armor, finding weak points in it. And at this point, you see blood is beginning to come from very many different spots on this body. It's hard to get a gauge for how damaged he is, but he still is standing. He doesn't seem to be wavering. After Vistra, Kaelstar, your turn.
Well, seeing that Orthos did, and no one seemed to be playing, I will unleash my dissonant whispers at the least.
Okay.
So it needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That is a 12.
Alright, well, I need a d6. Someone hand me a d6.
Hands go his.
Takes 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
All this dice is not except for this.
Yeah.
What kind of damage?
That's not my die.
Psychic.
That's your die. I handed you yours.
No.
I know. I said all the dice on the table is not except for the ones that.
Oh, I think not the ones that were handed to you.
Okay. So, Vimris, Holland, and Duran, the alchemist, all walk out the door. And you hear the loud door boom behind them as they all walk out into the night. At this point, only the beast stands.
As the terror forces you to think about
As he stands there with his large stone maul, he looks down at you all and gives a grunt. Readies his hammer, and we'll pick up there next session.
What?
Oh,
The fuck? Mid attack?
Yeah.
Oh
it's,
boy.
It's late. It's 10:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It took forever
So-
to get here.
quick math.
Thank you guys for coming tonight. I appreciate it. If you missed any of this episode or any of the previous ones, check us out on YouTube. We have the link in the description below. And thank you for tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye.
Thank
See ya.
you.